So because Night of Champions technically ended prematurely, they had to do the championship scramble match for the World Heavyweight Championship again. But the result is the same, so it's just going to be in the bottom right corner for the first little part of this match. Okay, the video actually starts now. Welcome back to Monday Night Raw. Harry Funk? Shawn Michaels? We're all kind of mixing it up, alright? We welcome you live to the Raw after Night of Champions. And, well, Dolph Ziggler looks to have updated himself a little bit. He's got some white around the name, and he's got green all over. And by green all over, I mean his hands specifically and basically nowhere else. A classic and more casual update for Dolph Ziggler. Maybe this means he'll finally get his long-awaited push. And then there's his opponent, the man that always tells you not to play make-believe. It's John Morrison. We haven't seen John Morrison in a minute. He just hasn't shown up, not doing much. I think he had one match, but now he's just back to fighting Dolph Ziggler. And now a clothesline by Dolph Ziggler, and he's immediately going up to the top rope, but I think he's got he's actually got a plan. And it's a massive drop kick. He turned into it, but John somehow saw that coming. I can't believe that he saw the drop kick coming when he turned around, and suddenly there's a guy throwing hands with him. But Night of Champions was a weird disappointment. There were originally no world title matches booked, and then they ended up being booked, but nothing really happened in them because everyone just kind of didn't go for pins or submissions. It's a conspiracy.
Against fake shit and anybody who can't make hits or ain't no lyrically.
They just wanted to beat the shit out of each other. I guess they realized, hey, we're never going to get an opportunity to fight a lot of people again. We need to do this. I need to set up another match type that just lets people beat the shit out of each other for a goal at the world title. I wonder what that could be called. I'm curious. John gets out of that one, but Dolph just says no. It doesn't matter what tricks you do. I'm going to beat your ass. Interesting, though, the landscape of Raw did shift at Night of Champions. The United States champion, Drew McIntyre, lost to Sheamus, meaning we got a new United States champion. It's all great. It's all swell. Nobody was upset by this change at all. Definitely nobody by the name of Drew McIntyre who thinks that he shouldn't have gotten the shot in the first place and thus should have never beat him. What? No. Who would ever think that the guy that lost the title would be mad about losing the title to someone he just called out for being a loser? Not even like a few weeks before it. It was ridiculous. Drew had just left the UK and now he's a championless bastard. Thankfully, he has a match against Shawn Michaels in tonight's main event, and that's a zigzag by Dolph Ziggler. This match might be over. 1, 2... That is it. Dolph Ziggler beats John Morrison to start off Monday Night Raw. The result was expected, and Dolph pulled it off. Now the question is if he can actually get to Sheamus to fight him for the US title. And it's a Falls Count Anywhere match now. Pulling away from the situation, basically telling the Raw general manager, suit yourself! And he immediately starts hitting the man with a steel chair all over the place. Massive chair shot after chair shot straight to John Morrison, and now kicks to the back, knee to the back, and into a neck breaker on the chair, and Dolph has to pull out. Turning that duck of a clothesline around into yet another clothesline is an interesting... It's Drew fucking McIntyre. Wait a minute, Dolph's after Morrison. Pedigree by McIntyre. No, turn into a Samoan drop. Dolph and Drew are on the same side for once. But now Drew has decided that it wasn't worth it and he's just leaving. Okay, well, fuck. You know what? He tried. That's all you can really say about Drew there. I guess he decided he wanted to try and take out his anger on John Morrison and then came to his senses a moment too late in this instance. And now Dolph hitting a massive knee onto John Morrison. Oh, wait, John reverses, but he can't reverse everything. Dolph Ziggler now locking in the sleeper hold, and John taps out almost immediately. That is it. John was dispatched very quickly with many chair shots. Dolph beats John Morrison twice in one night. Not much more interesting than that. Someone's asking in the crowd for divas. In terms of the news, Dolph and John became enemies off that. Dolph moved above CM Punk, and John Morrison has introduced William Regal to the world of the US title scene. Oh God, are we gonna see William Regal versus Sheamus? Another instance of the United Kingdom falling apart in my fucking thing? It could never happen. MVP and Mark Henry are still a tag team. Somebody said bring out the divas, and the Raw general manager obliges. It's Nick Nikki Bella. Ooh, Nikki Bella is wearing blue now. This isn't too far off from what she wears in like 2016, except for the fact that, you know, she's not just wearing whatever that is. And then we have her twin sister, Brie, but they're both wearing fucking blue now. Are we for real? Are we dead ass? They're just both wearing, okay, well, fuck, I guess we're back to not being able to differentiate the two. That lasted so long. And then, of course, we have their opponent, Michelle McCool. She actually didn't defend her title at Night of Champions, meaning that she's technically breaking the monthly rule, but nothing to do about it for now. Raw General Manager and SmackDown General Manager both agree that they shouldn't apply that rule to the fucking women, for now at least, because of the disparity in the women's division. I think the Raw General Manager and SmackDown General Manager agreed to do it, because even SmackDown knows how fucked up the goddamn women's division is. And Michelle McCool immediately going after Nikki, and now it's Brie's turn, just kicking her. Nice super kick. Brie doesn't care. What the fuck happened there? Double bicycle bullshit. And now Michelle and Brie are teaming up on Nikki. Michelle doesn't, like, care at all. Nikki's turn. Michelle will team up with anybody if it means the other person goes down faster. And now a double Russian leg sweep by Michelle and Brie. And now Michelle's just beating the shit out of Nikki Bella. This is Michelle's match, but she's working with her opponents to get the best match possible. Hip toss by Brie, rolling to the outside, not letting the Bellas get anywhere near her. And now Michelle just getting a snipe. Both of the Bellas from the outside. Just rotating. But the Bellas see through her not so clever tricks. And now these two are going to team up on Nikki. Never mind, that was Brie. See the problems Brie and its ugly head. Even though one of them has glitched fucking jeans right now. And now Michelle breaking up the rope break. She doesn't want any opportunity for these two to beat her at anything. Double DDT by the Bellas. Kick to the midsection. Kick to the face. Brie's going for a pin, but it's a rope break, so it doesn't matter. Nikki takes out Brie. Michelle takes out Nikki. What's next? Michelle goes up to the top rope. Moose Whisper in the wind, trying to take out both of the Bellas at the same time. Wait, now it's Brie's turn. And wait. Oh, senton completely missed. Michelle setting up Brie just in the right spot. Michelle giving it spear. And that'll put Brie out so that Michelle can put the faith breaker on. Nope, that's a powerbomb turned to a DDT. And instead, Michelle just decides to go after Brie Bella, showing who the weaker Bella is, maybe. Faith breaker. Nikki took too long to do something, so now Michelle gets to reap all the benefits of her reward. And that's the end of this triple threat match. Michelle beats both the Bellas at the same time by playing the Bellas off of each other. Smart strategy. And that's about the smartest thing the Raw Divas division has seen so far, but I'm not sure how much longer the Divas division can last without some level of repercussions. That moves Nikki above Brie. Anyways, here's Terry Funk versus William Regal. And then we have, up next, Terry Funk. This man has been waiting on a match forever now, and tonight he finally gets one on Monday Night Raw. I don't even think we've seen him on Superstars. That's how bad this has been. And William Regal attacking him from behind. William Regal is no shy soul from attacking his competitors. We've seen Sheamus and we've seen Wade Barrett do the same plenty of times over the years, but I didn't expect it to literally be on Terry Funk in his first match. This seems to be happening a lot. New wrestlers are just get attacked by whoever feels like trying to show off their dominance. It's a common theme at this point. But Terry Funk isn't just some guy, alright? He will put your head in the fucking ground if he can. And that might be the fate of William Regal tonight, but they're going back and forth, and Terry's gonna get in the ring. The ref has not called for the bell yet. Is this match started? There we go. The ref has officially started the match. He waited for them to get off of each other first. Massive punch straight to William's face, and now they're officially outside the ring. What was the point of going in the ring at that point, man? It is not unbelievable that William Regal would attack a new wrestler. It's just upsetting to me that that is what happened tonight, because Terry Funk doesn't deserve this. William Regal definitely does, though. Even Terry Funk's like, this guy sucks. William did immediately punish him for it, though, so maybe he's better than we think. I mean, William Regal does have a gallon of experience under his belt in WCW and other companies, so it's not out of the question to say that he was gonna do that. And Terry, wait, one punch, two punch, three punch? No, wait, hold up. 4 punch. Interesting. Now Terry Funk for his final hurrah. Wait a damn minute. That's a massive pile driver. That's gotta devastate your neck. William Regal might be out for a while. 1 and 2, and that is it. Terry Funk beats William Regal. That's gotta send him down the U.S. title list. Welcome back, Morrison. Terry Funk has beaten William Regal. That's about it. This match has no bearing on anything that'll happen in the future unless it puts Terry Funk in the U.S. title scene. It did make Terry Funk and William Regal worse enemies, and by that I mean just enemies. That also did, in fact, keep William Regal up, but move him down. What? Wait, what? I think what happened is that it did move. I actually don't know what happened. It did move William down, but it did keep Mark Henry at number 10. What? Did that dissolve the UK? Oh, no, it didn't. It just dissolved the tag team of the UK because William left the UK. Well, fuck! We welcome you back to Monday Night Raw for our main event. It's the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And he is getting booed out of the fucking building right now. Nobody likes this guy after his turn on Trips. He may act exactly the same, but this sexy boy is just a cock tease. Fuck the commentary. I'm moving on just from that. And then you have his opponent, the former United States champion, Drew McIntyre. He lost to Sheamus after the UK, and Drew has revealed that William Regal joined him too. Just a few moments ago after losing his match against Terry Funk, he decided that enough is enough and that he agrees with Drew. Sheamus and Wade are the only ones clinging on to the hopes of a united English countryman. And I think if this faction fails, Wade might move back to SmackDown, realizing that his venture was a failure. Maybe get back into the Nexus with Justin Gabriel. I don't know. Wait, they're both on Raw. And Shawn Michaels with a massive forearm, and that's a kip up immediately. Shawn is a big danger to the rest of the world title scene. I've been talking about it for a while. The second that Shawn gets in the ring with anyone, he's gonna beat their ass. It's a matter of getting him in the ring in the first place. Shawn doesn't care who you've beaten. Only he matters. He's not afraid of anyone until they've proven it to Shawn himself that they're a threat to him, because he's that damn good. According to his own testimony. On the ropes goes Shawn, but Drew gets thrown out. Shawn, wait a minute. This could be big. It's a little less big, but Shawn with a massive drop kick to the outside. Shawn could be going for it again. It's a massive elbow drop instead. Wait, another massive elbow drop from coast to coast, from corner to corner. Third time's the charm. Massive elbow drop on the outside. Shawn going back inside the ring, hitting Drew McIntyre with the famous sweet chin music. That's it. Unless his forehead is in the ropes, Drew's out. Shawn just destroyed Drew McIntyre. Oh my god. Monday Night Raw ends with Shawn Michaels.
I put these diamonds in the ring like they were Shawn Michaels.
Destroying Drew McIntyre. Shawn and Drew now have an even worse rivalry. Trips is now above Drew, although that did not move Shawn as the #1 contender. Interesting. Interesting. We welcome you to Superstars, and here we fucking go. Opening the show once more is Mike Knox and Druid. And he looks like that. And then there's his opponent, Mike Knox. And Mike Knox is apparently just as tired of this matchup as we are. I don't know what he's gonna do about it, but it looks like he's gonna attack Druid. Not that it's necessary, because he'd win anyways. Doesn't matter to him, though. He's gonna pick him up, and Druid says no, but Druid's opinion doesn't matter, but Druid says no again, and Druid's opinion, it doesn't matter, but Druid says no, and and there we go! There goes Druid, and he shoves a guy.
I think we all think where this is going, so let's just skip to the end.
In a bag, I got loose side. It's da-da-da-da-da-da. Mike Knox wins. Victory for Mike Knox! Hell yeah! Woo! Woohoo! 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 They weren't before. Anyways, it's Evan Bourne versus Vance Archer. It's Airborne! Airborne in a managerial effort. Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston are teaming up tonight against Vance Archer and David Otunga. I don't know why David Otunga continues to choose his friends unwisely. First, it was, Chris Masters, who had supported the Rock and Jake efforts, and then it was fucking Chris Jericho or something. And now it's just Vance Archer. I think this guy has a bad track record with friends. Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel to an extent. Come on, guys. And then, as I was talking about, Vance Archer is out here tonight. And he's getting ready to fuck on everybody. Except not really, because the Chris Jericho Vance thing is what elevated him. And now he's just kind of littering around in Superstars. Evan Bourne's looking to get on the SmackDown this week, so he's going to try and fight his heart out. David Otunga just wants to survive, so I don't know why he took this fucking match. It was a bad idea. Being a bad idea, as Evan Bourne actually did a clutch dodge. Corkscrews, my goodness, setting him up for something, but no. The letter 2. Evan with a massive drop kick? No, not quite. Instead, Vance just pummeling him. I mean, the guy is pretty goddamn tall, so it's not inaccurate to say that Evan Bourne is at a disadvantage here in this match, but if you can kick him in the fucking head like that and take him down that way, I suppose it doesn't matter now, does it? Kofi is yelling at Evan to do his next move. I wonder what that move he suggested is. It's a flip over. Wait, maybe that was the setup for it. It's the setup for the fucking corkscrew moonsault. Evan is getting cocky. Evan's getting cocky too. He's rolling him up. Is that not a rope break? No, it's David Otunga. David Otunga breaking him up, kicking him off the apron. And again, Evan in a similar spot, going for it again. But no, it's another David Otunga distraction. This time not going after David just yet, letting him get punished properly by the referee. The referee is literally telling him, if you do this again, I will end your fucking career or some shit. The ref is getting a little pissed off with the amount of people that'll get up on the apron. I would do the same level of threats if I were him, honestly. And the fans are chanting for Archer to get back in this one, and that's a moonsault. David Otunga. Ref, David wasn't even doing anything. He would have gone for the pin. He was holding his hands in his head. He was like, God damn it. I can't believe Vance would take that. But wait, there goes David. He's gone. The referee says, you're out. I'm tired of your shit. And now that's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 3. Evan Bourne successfully rage baited David Otunga. Evan going for a handshake. It was a well-fought battle, but Vance Archer says no.
This always happens.
Evan Bourne and Kofi weren't allies to this point? They needed a rebonding exercise. Okay, my bad. We welcome you to the end of Superstars, and Shad has been put in an awful position. He is facing Kane and Lex Luger in a handicap match? Who did Shad piss off? My God. It's an interesting idea. Who the fuck did Shad piss off? I guess it was the Superstars general manager. I guess something about that Battle Royal went wrong for him. Then, of course, you have his opponent, the Big Red Machine, Kane. Actually, yeah, I can say the Big Red Machine is blood. Look, buttons are red. Barely see it. But... And then there's his tag team partner, Lex Luger, the Lexington Expressington. We haven't seen this man since I think that one other handicap match where he was with Cena and Druid and he didn't get tagged in once. And this match is finally underway. Shad immediately hitting a power slam on Kane, showing that he won't go down that easily, or at least as easily as everyone thinks he would under normal circumstances. Wait just a damn minute. Full Nelson slam by Kane, and he's in this one. Well and proper for tonight. I wonder if Kane will even tag in Lex Luger. Lex Luger's had this little theory of his that he'll never get tagged in a single tag match because, I don't know, I guess people don't like him. But according to him, it gets him free wins, so he doesn't care. Which is a good way to look at it. I mean, yeah, people don't want to tag you in, but if you just get to collect a paycheck for doing literally nothing, then yeah, sure, why not? That's not the worst job ever, is nothing. I mean, if you actually like doing things, then yeah, it's the worst job ever. Also, so many body slams by Kane specifically. And now, Kane with a massive sidewalk slam. What a move. It's John Cena. Kane doesn't notice. He goes for a choke slam on Shad, but Shad roll. And wait a minute. Kane trying to hit a massive choke slam. No. Kane is going after Cena. Cena isn't letting him do what he wants. Luger now is fighting for his life against Shad. Shad is outside the ring now, trying to help Cena. Shad set up the steps perfectly. No, instead Cena attacks. Now Kane is back in the ring, but he's back outside. Kane sends Cena into the ring. Lex Luger sending Shad to the outside. Kane's up. Kane on the announce table. Wait just a damn minute. Going straight through it, but no, just on it. And I think Cena's out. I don't know where he is. I can't see him. But either way, Shad's still up and fighting after that. I think Kane alone is pissed about that. Cena's still fucking here. Are we for real? Shad got hit, and now Kane takes advantage with a massive power slam. And now Cena's tired, but Cena just won't let Kane get anything. Chad is clobbered up. Kane may have just enough time to take advantage. I mean, Luger shoves him off into a grapple. Does that count? I think that counts. Shove off. That's a massive sidewalk slam. Kane goes for the throat. Chad goes down with him. Kane's back up. Got him by the throat again, but no. Same result, different day. Kane's trying to do this by himself, but he might need to... Oh, he is looking worse for wear, though. Not just clothesline. He tries to hit him with his own clothesline. It gets turned into a power slam. Kane is still just running to Luger. Luger finally gets his tag in. And here we go. He's getting the weakened Shad Gaspard here. He's not getting the full Shad experience, but at least he gets to do something tonight. Throwing him off, trying to hit him with a massive clothesline. It does not work out. Instead, he rolls to the outside and just taunts. Sorry, did they hit the same taunt? It's fine, because Luger takes advantage of Shad's stupidity. Massive power slam by Shad Gaspard. And again, but the power slams keep a-coming. Shad is unwilling to die. Wait. And a power slam of his own. Clothesline. There we are. Hitting him with the rack attack. Locked in right here. This could be it for Shad Gaspard. Will he tap? He taps out. That was quick. Kane and Luger are apparently a decent team. Of all the people to be decent teams, I did not expect it to be Kane and Lex Luger. I thought the two at best would be butting heads, but no, they're fine with each other. And that's fine by me. Luger even trying to shake Kane's hand after the match, but okay, apparently Kane doesn't like Luger. My bad. Why does that always happen in handicap matches? First it was Cena attacking Luger for nothing, and then it was fucking Luger shaking Kane's hand. That moved Shad below Miz, and then moved Kane into the #1 contender slot for the US title. And that's it for Superstars. Let's move on. And then an Iron Man! Iron Man! Oh no! Not again! We welcome you to Friday Night SmackDown. We are in Houston, Texas, and what the fuck is that shit? A little bit of a weird attire for Santino. Didn't expect him to go to red and white, but it actually kind of works, not gonna lie. I noticed that the colors on there are of the Puerto Rican flag. Oh, he really is sticking with this whole Puerto Rican prideful shit, huh? He really is trying to get in there. But tonight, he faces one of Ted's adversaries over the years. It's Christian. Why? Why not? And Christian is here. And
his opponent,
killing myself. Christian, of course. Wait, is that Chris Masters? It seems that at least two of the Chris's are finally teaming up again. It may not be Chris Jericho, but well, with Chris Masters being here, does this change things? I don't think so. Is it Falls Can Anywhere match? Never mind, this changes everything. Because we know the strategy for these people when it comes down to it. They beat the shit out of them with chairs whenever given the chance. So, of course, that's exactly what Masters is doing. Hit in the face, and okay, well, he's exhausted the resources of that chair, so guess what he's doing? He's grabbing another chair. Christian may have looked to do the same. Now, instead, he's gonna, I guess, roam around aimlessly for a little bit. Nope, he grabbed another different chair. Christian, a concerto seems on the cards for these two. Chris Masters stole Christian's chair. Okay, well, fuck. Guess that's not on the cards. A massive full Nelson slam takes out Santino. Christian's back out of the ring, and Chris Masters is just absolutely fucking dominating them. Damn, Christian's just putting him into the ring. He's like, take care of this yourself. Oh, T-bone suplex by Chris Masters, and Santino, wait, Santino picked up the chair. Christian takes it out of his arms, though. Wait, there it is. The Master Lock. The Master Lock's locked in. If he taps, it doesn't matter. I think Masters is doing this for fun. He's not even bothering to tap out. No, he's just, damn, okay. Christian's taking his turn on the, wait, there's two chairs in the ring. Again, Masters falls out of the ring. Christian's going for his own weapon again. He's just a weapons addict at this point, and that is blood. And on the leg. Oh, okay, thank God. Christian elbowed him, and that got him out of it. Now just making the blood even worse. The more he gets hit with this chair, the more blood is on it, and the worse the blood gets. Chris Masters is just absolutely bloodying both Santino and the chair he's using. Look at the blood. It's all down his fucking that side of his head. Santino's just trying to walk out, but he can't. It's impossible. And he's out. Masters is leaving. Masters is already up the ramp, and Chris Jericho has beaten Santino Marella. And I ask, why does the SmackDown General Manager do this? Why? Can we not? Okay, up next is a submission match. And up next, we have everybody's favorite man from Brooklyn, it's JTG. Primetime may be gone, but JTG hasn't lost a step. Literally. What the fuck is this shit? If that screams not losing a step, I don't know what does. But tonight, he's in a submission match against Vance Archer, which levels the playing field a lot, because I don't know who's better at submissions. I don't see either one of these two do submissions often, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they come up with. And then there's Vance Archer. Yeah, this man's been on a streak of loss after loss ever since he broke up with Jericho. He just hasn't really found a good place to be at. And that's not his fault. Actually, yeah, it is his fault, but like, I don't think he should be completely punished for this. Jericho also gets punished by the fact that he barely does fuck anything, and mainly just serves as an excuse to make other people look better, but actually they've befallen the same fate. Damn, no wonder why they were interacting with each other. And wait a minute, JTG, who apparently wasn't in the ring, is now coming down to the ring at a sprinting speed and shitting all over Vance Archer. And if I ever had a reason for JTG to be mad at Vance Archer, I would not remember it. There we go. Okay, he hit the big strike. Why does he have an image of a bullet hole right next to his crotch? Why is it like within dick distance? If you're gonna put a fucking bullet hole somewhere on your attire, at least make it somewhere where it's not your fucking penis, because oh my god, what airtime. Nice segue. I'm so good at commentary.
2 seconds later.
The biggest of boots. That's a punch. That's a clothesline. Oh, JTG turns it into his finish, because apparently he has his finish as a normal fucking move, which I find funny because that means he never had his own finish to begin with. Sky high. Okay, damn. And into a single leg Boston Crab immediately after that. Okay, Vance is trying to win the match off of another person's finish. What are you, John Cena? He tapped! He actually tapped! Baby Vance Archer is John Cena. Holy shit! Vance Archer has been JTG with David Otunga's finishing move, and David's up next! I wonder what David would think of this. Hint, it probably won't be very highly. Well, their relationship got worse. Who could have guessed? JTG is now above Chris Jericho, despite losing. This is funny. Anyways, it's Bret Hart versus David Otunga. And wait just a damn minute. Bret Hart is back on Friday Night SmackDown. This man has been pushed from the beginning of his appearances. Tonight, he looks to fight very specifically David Otunga. Apparently, David is on SmackDown too now. Maybe he will fight The Rock. Maybe it'll happen. Are we gonna see Rock and Otunga on SmackDown in like a month? Will David finally get his revenge and his arc will finally be over? The Nexus dream of David Otunga is closer than we ever thought. Sheamus and Wade are the only two members of the UK left. The experiment is seen as a failure. David's still alone, to be fair. Justin has shown no interest. Wade has made a comment that he might go back to SmackDown. If that's the case, which will then mean that Raw could get another diva. And Bret Hart with a massive clothesline to David Hart. And as much as he seems like it's closer than ever, David's got to realize that it's never as close as you think. But Bret is just really aggressive. The excellence of execution is about executing it fast and furiously. But when he slows down, that's when David gets you. David gets you when you start to go slow on it. When you start to think that he's less than he actually is, that's when David throws in your towel and tells you you're done for you. It's interesting. Good tactic. I think it works out for him. But David is no laughing stock of the locker room. But wait, getting turned to a clothesline, we couldn't see it properly because, well, the ref got in the fucking way of the camera. And surprisingly, phasing technology doesn't work on that camera. Why? Fuck, we need to get it repaired, I guess. Shit, we don't have to use it that often. I don't know why we invested in that shit if we weren't gonna fucking use it. Was the ref really considered essential for that shot? These two are now going back and forth on the strikes. David doesn't want that to happen, though. Oh, wait, tried to do something. Bret now going for a massive pile driver. And that's Vladimir Kozlov, Bret's first opponent. But is he after Bret or is he after David? I don't remember if David and them have history, but Bret is locking in the sharpshooter, and the answer is that he is after Bret. I'm pretty sure it's a rope break anyways, but Bret can't even seem to tap out David. David tapped out, never mind, and it's Jake the Snake Roberts. What? They're gonna brawl on the outside, they're brawling on the outside. And now Bret is joining Jake the Snake, but I never thought Jake the Snake would... Is it because he doesn't like David or because he doesn't like Vlad? Oh, throwing him into the snake. Tried to knee him, didn't work out how he wanted it. Vlad throws Bret Hart around like a rag doll in response. And now it's all over the place. Wait! Jake hit a DDT on Vladimir Kozlov. Surely he's got to be done after that. Jake is surely out. Jake is sure... Nope, he's not even out of here. Okay. Wait! Okay, I thought he was gonna do it again. He's not gonna do it again, but he's gonna make him pay for all that he's done. He's gonna ensure he never wants to do it again. But David now throws Brett outside. Jake is following Vlad. He's running away. Now the ref is calling for them to get back into the ring, but David and Brett just don't want to listen. And wait, Brett may be going for a DDT. Nope, a pout. DDT? What the fuck? Brett grabbed David's arm, hitting him with that massive pile driver. Now trying to set him up for something different. No, just another instance of David going for an eye poke when you slow it down. Gotta keep it fast. Keep it smooth. David shoving off Bret Hart. Bret Hart goes for yet another pile driver. And this could be the ultimate setup. What? And that, yep, there it is. There it is. It's the sharpshooter. He's turned all the way around. The distance to the ropes is just too great. David taps out. Bret Hart has defeated David Otunga. Up as our main event, The Undertaker and The Big Show are finally going in a 10-minute Iron Man match. I thought we already got revenge. Now, why is it 10 minutes? Because look at the time of the video, dude. Look at that. The time of the video right now is probably the exact time of the fucking recording this is on. Because I've been here for 45 minutes and I did SmackDown! Ah! Big Show! I'm moving on. I don't care. You do not know how little I am in the mood. And I didn't set it to 10 minutes, so it's 15 now. Okay, here we go. 15 minutes of pure fucking Big Show and Taker. Let's do this. Why not? It's not like the game has crashed like 80 gazillion times in this session, specifically on SmackDown. You know what they say, life always finds a way, and I guess so do crashes, because apparently crashes are alive and kicking by fucking 9 points. Because goddamn, they seem to love it. 1 minute into this Iron Man match, and well, it's apparently 15 minutes. I read the script wrong. Sometime, I mean, I've done that before. Seriously, I have. And big. What is people doing Sky Highs? Sky High by The Big Show. Oh my God! Everybody's stealing David's whole ass flow, and Taker and Chris. I can't write the script. It's Chris Masters! For what? I don't know! And he's in the ring because it's an Iron Man match. Taker, oh God, you pissed him off. Last ride straight to Chris Masters. Down he goes. And now Big Show will take advantage of that situation. Hell yeah, brother. You got this, man. Spear? Not done. Wait, he's not done. He's done. Okay, never mind. Cool. Wait, Chris Masters is back in the ring, and now he's attacking both Big Show and Taker. Well, damn. He wants more than just managerial appearances. Big Show and Taker just got their asses kicked after Taker already gave Masters a last ride, which means that makes even less sense than it did before. Big Show turn around. Oh, never mind. Don't turn around. Now Taker stomping a mud hole in our biggest fan ever. Our biggest fan ever? Taker's the biggest fan spear. Now Big Show picks him up, raises his bat. Nope, can't make a Delta Rune reference here. Big Show, take 2, and that's a knockout straight to Taker. He's doing way better than I would have ever thought, but Taker just won't stay down for any amount of time that is considered significant to the general population. And the fans are chanting for Taker. For some reason, they want to see Taker win this match. Wait. Ooh, no spear by Big Show. Ooh, yeah, no. Was I given the option to spear the ref? And Big Show with another massive punch straight to the Undertaker. Is that it? Is he laid out? He's laid out. 1, 2. Big Show picks up the first fall 4.5 minutes in, and now I think, okay, well, he's giving Taker time. Big Show's hucking in the steel steps. Wait a minute. Just like with Jericho, Big Show's got some, that's not what I want. Big Show's got some massive plans, hitting the referee in the face, and now he's taking apart both announce tables. Man, Big Show really does have some shit planned, huh? What's next? He's gonna bring the bell in too while he's at it? 6? Yep, that's what he's doing. First plan of action is to hit Taker straight in the face with the bell. Bell shot after bell shot after bell. Nope, wait, Taker's got the bell. Slamming him straight down, potentially partly onto the bell. Oh, thank God. And a spear! Wait just a damn minute. Base! Not quite. He barely missed it. Taker is kind of shocked at his surroundings real quick. He's dazed and confused a little. They're all on the bell! And Big Show celebrates that. And now the fans are whistling at these guys, showing the flowers. Spear by Big Show. And another massive knockout punch. Finally, Big Show decides it's time. And by decide, I mean it's a rope break. Big Show's up on the top rope. And wait, that's a massive splash sitting straight onto the Undertaker. Spear onto the outside, right on the pawn. Great. And then hitting a massive knockout punch on the outside. And wait a minute, Big Show hitting Taker with a massive choke slam on the pavement. Damn! Showing the same level of brutality across Iron Man matches. Taker does throw him back in the ring. I think Big Show is getting a little tired of the games here. He's taking Taker outside, and here chair shot. Nope, he's going to the outside. Taker is resting on the outside. There's only so much that he can do before. What the fuck is he doing? The definition of shake it off is a very loose, apparently. Oh, the bell shot by Taker. Wait a minute, what the hell? Taker gets a stop with the chair. He immediately picks him back up almost instantly to hit him with a spear onto the chair. This is just not Taker's night. Big Show is a monster in this environment. And now a massive punch. They finally get a pin off. That's a rope break. That's not a rope break. 1, that's 2, that's 3. Big Show has 2 points in this contest, but no rest for the wicked. Slamming a steel step into his opponent. Now with more surface area to hit on both steps, you can wonder, how will this affect the match for Big Show? What things will he go for that he wasn't going to go for before because of this? Taker is finally getting back in this one, but it seems like it's not meant to be. But wait, maybe it is. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. Taker still has a chance to catch up. It's possible. I wouldn't call it probable, but it's possible. You never know with The Undertaker. He can appear straight in front of you. Spear! And the fans once again chant for Taker, and Taker's just taking this time, maybe trying to use the fans' energy to get off some of that repairs that he's been waiting on, but a big punch! Big Show isn't even satisfied at this point. Bullshit. And now these two are just going back and forth. Fucking chain wrestling. Remember when I had original jokes? Yeah, I do too. They were there. Taker walking into the Big Show and taking his head clean off. Wait, Taker's going for a pin, but a kick out immediately by Big Show. And I think the toll on this match is finally getting to the Big Show. Never mind, he's back up to full fighting force. And a massive splash onto the man himself. Wait a minute, massive choke slam by the Big Show through the table. Picking up. Oh no, it's another massive choke slam, and you could argue that he went the wrong way after that one. We're down to 30 seconds. These two, wait, slamming him down. Is the ref gonna manage to count before? Wait, Taker might have just gotten the last point in the match. What? No, but Taker with a massive belly to belly off the top rope onto the chair. Taker could have won this one. Well, not won this one. And that's it. Big Show defeats The Undertaker and wins this. Big Show defeated Taker. That's the David and Goliath victory, by the way. And their relationship got worse because of it. And Big Show went above Santino. We have an interesting set of matches. Mainly this, and kind of this. Actually, very much that. That's a number 1 contenders match. Let's just get into it. We welcome you live to Monday Night Raw in Denver. And it's Mark Henry. The MVPs are both in singles matches tonight, with MVPs battering a little bit more as he's going up against the United States champion Sheamus, but Mark Henry is just against Dolph Ziggler. I mean, both of these two are on the warpath to the U.S. titles. Actually, I don't even know if Mark Henry is interested in the U.S. title. I think he's more of a world title person. He's been in this company for at least a decade at this point, so I don't think he sees much interest in the U.S. title. But I don't know. I'm not Mark Henry. Maybe he is interested in the U.S. title. Or like most people, he just sees it as a stepping stone to the world title. And then there's his opponent, the one, the only Dolph Ziggler, still rocking that green. He's greener than I am. He's greener than okay, he's not greener than Tally Hall. That shit's pretty fucking green. And And Mark taking Dolph out of his grab, immediately winning off of it. And okay, he's just gonna reverse everything that. Never mind. Immediately proved me wrong. Does not matter, though, because it's Mark Henry. This man is the world's strongest man, and if you didn't already notice, Mark Henry is actually finally matching MVP. The only reason he didn't before is because he actually never got his meeting with the designer, which is me. I just never talked to them about it. That's my fault. I've been busy. Busy doing a lot of things. I'm sure you could guess what they are. But Mark Henry and Dolph Ziggler are going to fight, not for the U.S. title, but, you know, baby steps. Baby steps. Maybe one day they'll fight for the U.S. title. But the day is not that day, and Mark Henry just shoves off Dolph Ziggler. It's not looking good for Dolph. He's kind of not in a good spot right now. He's getting manhandled. To Mark Henry, Dolph is nothing and just going for that massive splash. Mark Henry has lifted 500-pound giants with ease. To a man such as Mark Henry, Dolph Ziggler's weight is of no concern. Another massive clothesline. And Mark Henry locking in the bear hug. This has taken people out before. It could take out Dolph Ziggler right now. It does not, though. He gets it, turns it into a DDT. Wait, it worked out. Mark Henry with the world's strongest slam onto Dolph Ziggler. And that is it. Dolph is completely done. He is victorious against Dolph Ziggler. This is the first time he's won in a while? I don't know the answer to that because I still haven't updated the fucking ranking sheet. But Mark Henry has beaten them. I wonder if he could continue to win after this. That was considered an upset? Mark Henry is the David here? Excuse me? Whatever. That moved Mark up and Dolph down respectively, and that's it. Didn't even affect the world title at all. We welcome you back to Monday Night Raw, and Rey Mysterio is very mysterious. Wow. He hasn't had a match at all since like a month? It's been like a full month, maybe 2 actually. But Rey Mysterio is back. After losing the WWE Championship to Edge and disappearing, Rey is returning to face Ezekiel Jackson 3 weeks before SummerSlam. Is he gonna try and make a comeback in time to maybe fight the WWE Champ at Survivor Series? I have no idea, but we'll see. But his opponent is a man of pure and utter strength, Ezekiel Jackson. If you describe someone other than Mark Henry that had a lot of strength, I would probably say Ezekiel Jackson next. Maybe then followed by, I don't know, The Undertaker. That might just be because he's tall, though, and dead. Also, Rey got attacked by Jackson, and Jackson is just scouting Rey now. I think Jackson sees this as an easy opportunity to prove himself to the world again, but Rey says no. In fact, he goes over, and it's a massive senton onto Ezekiel Jackson. And Rey is gonna make him absolutely pay for attacking him. That's just not what Rey does. He does not let people get away with attacks. In fact, he got reversed twice. Rey getting back in the ring with a massive seating senton or whatever that's called. Then a splash. And then a massive Hurricane Rana. Yep. Okay. Want to go up to the top rope. Yep. Okay. A moonsault. Rey's just gonna take down this man with speed and precision. Ooh, twisty turny. Twisty turny. Dude, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, it is twisty and turny, but like, there are other words you can use other than twisty and turny, respectively. And a pop! Ooh, hitting him straight on the mask. That's what I've always interpreted that to be. I actually have no idea what the fuck that move is supposed to do. And Rey, wait, massive Hurricane Rana. Rey setting up Ezekiel Jackson perfectly for the hit move, the 619. And why not? Let's add a little San Diego splash onto it. Rey has beaten Ezekiel Jackson right then and there to win tonight's match. Rey is back, and he's looking to be a full dominating force in the world title scene. It's great to have you back, Rey. And Rey's even offering a handshake to the man despite everything, but no. Rey once again denied respect that he has earned and deserved. Man, how many times is this gonna happen? That did move Rey above Batista and Kane. And that moved Ezekiel Jackson into the U.S. title scene. Goodbye, William Regal, I guess. Shit, that's what you get for leaving the United Kingdom. Speaking of the United Kingdom. And up next, it's MVP and Sheamus. And MVP finally getting his attire in working order. I don't see a single mistake on it. Holy shit, he finally got the paint can out of his bag. Oh my god. But regardless, I know why. Because he faces the United States champion. If he wins this match, he might end up facing him at SummerSlam. The second biggest night of the year for WWE. How would I know that? And of course, as we talked about, Sheamus, the United States champion, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He owns the entire United States that belt. Well, not really. But I sure hope it's what that would mean. Imagine if the president of the United States had to hug around a fucking title belt that just says, I am the president of the United States. You know what? Trump, take notes. And The Miz is in the crowd. The Miz may be interested in getting yet another shot at the US title after Drew lost. Although I don't think giving him like 3 fucking US title opportunities in less than half a year is a good idea for literally any reason. But Sheamus is managing to keep MVP down, lightly speaking. Shoulder tackle. MVP does not react as you would expect from a shoulder tackle with that much force put behind it. Because why would he react in a way that you would expect? Come on, guys. People aren't supposed to react to things anymore. Reaction YouTubers are supposed to die in like the next year. I mean, they should. I feel like if all you do is react to other people's YouTube videos, you suck. Specifically other people's YouTube videos, because if you're reacting just like other bullshit, I think that's better. Better, not the best. If you're in like TV shows and stuff, I'm not talking about YouTubers reacting to TikToks and then TikTokers reacting to YouTubers. That shit's stupid as hell. Now MVP reacts as we would expect him to from a shoulder tackle. The leg of the arm, knee by MVP. Honestly, I like the knee a lot better when it's on MVP just so I can do that little P thing. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, that's right. I like saying P. Not twice in a row, though. PP. Irish curse backbreaker by Sheamus, and now... Oh, here we go. Is he gonna hit it? Is he gonna hit it? The perfect setup for the big bro kick. Sheamus beats MVP with a first attempt bro kick. That never happens. We have been blessed by the wrestling gods. Sheamus dispatched MVP in an orderly fashion, and Mark Henry is actually looking like the more appealing guy? Wow, I did not expect that. I guess I don't expect anything about Sheamus. I didn't expect him to win. I didn't expect him to dispatch MVP so easily. I'm gonna win the world title, and yeah, he's number 3. He might actually fight for the world title at Hell in a Cell. Oh, golly gee. MVP isn't even fucking here. Okay, damn. Bro's fucked. Anyways, it's CM Punk versus Shawn Michaels. And in our main event, CM Punk could go to SummerSlam to fight Edge. I don't think he's gotten a one-on-one shot against Edge yet. Somehow don't believe him. And the game doesn't either. And then we have Shawn Michaels, a relatively newer entry into the world title scene. This man has refrained from doing world title action while he was in DX with Triple H, but right now he wants to win that damn world title. He wants to go on another journey with it. He wants to take it for a spin, and he ain't letting go of it for a while, let me tell you. Shawn would faster drop dead than lose that title. And tonight he proves if he can even get the title in the fucking first place by fighting CM Punk for it. It'll be an interesting match to be sure. And Shawn knows CM Punk with an immediate power slam and a kick out immediately by Shawn. The match did literally just start. Triple chops by CM Punk by Shawn Michaels. I don't know why I always say CM Punk instead of the other fucking guy. There's not a song that mentions CM Punk by name, but there's a song that mentions Shawn by name. So what gives, dickhead? Shawn is really going after the leg in that one. That was a Michael Cole line. I'm pretty sure I just said a Michael Cole line word for word. And Shawn trying to go for another fucking flying forearm, but he just doesn't get it off before Punk hits him with that power slam. Now Shawn is going for the legendary elbow drop, but it doesn't seem like that was enough for Shawn as he's going for another elbow drop. Yep, it's another one. Massive elbow drop. Shawn hitting him with that massive super kick. Is that enough? That's not enough for Punk. He's gonna have to do it again. Kick to the straight to the back of the back, not the back, the back, and now Shawn is just drilling. I don't think that's the proper terminology for that. Wait, Shawn Michaels with a massive moonsault to Punk. Massive elbow to the back. Why is it massive? Don't ask me. I'm just the guy commentating the show. And wait, Shawn over the top rope. And now Punk's just taking this time to taunt. Shawn is gonna have nothing to stew about that. Immediately going back after Punk. Not a pussy, not a bitch. That wasn't what he wanted. That's what he wanted. Shawn still kicks out immediately, though. It's just not possible for him to hit it. There we go. And he's down in the sucker because of that. He can go for another elbow drop. And well, Shawn has a plan of action. Wait a minute. Drew McIntyre's running down the ramp. Is he after Shawn or Punk? Who's he trying to go after in this match? It's a massive sweet chin music. Shawn goes for the cover, but it's after. Wait, Shawn's not going to let this injustice rise. He hit the Shawn is after Drew now. He's not going to let him get involved in this match without some level of punishment for him. But now sending him back into the ring, forcing him to deal with Punk. Shawn doesn't even fucking care. He's trying to go after Drew whether it hurts him or not. And now that works again, forcing him to deal with Punk again. He did the ref instead. And now the ref is in the ring. The ref is in the ring. What? Drew has done more damage to Shawn in this match than Punk has done to fucking Shawn. Drew is just trying to make Shawn fight Punk and let him not get the pin. I know what his deal is, but eventually he's gonna have to face the facts that he is gonna get his ass kicked. Wait, Punk out of that with a what the fuck? And Shawn, oh boy, wait. And wait a minute, Shawn, it's a sweet chin music on CM Punk. That may not have been meant for him, but damn it, he got it anyway. Now he's truly done. Shawn is just gonna pin CM Punk, and now the ref is gonna count, and hopefully Shawn wins. Drew really didn't want Shawn winning that match. He wanted to face Punk. Is Drew afraid that he's gonna lose the title? He's not even the champ. What did Drew do that for? Wait. Why? I think Shawn may have upset the UK at some point, but hey, Drew just wanted to stop him and he couldn't. Wait just a damn minute. It's a false count anywhere match now. And Shawn with an Can we talk about that? Punk's immediately out of the ring. And Shawn immediately starts hitting Punk with chairs from the back. Literal back shots, because they're all hitting his back and nowhere else. And now Shawn just beating down on CM Punk. Massive hit. Slamming him down on the head. Oh my god, what the hell was that shit? Okay, what was that shit? Wait, Punk going for a pedigree on Shawn? Trying to use his ex-best friend's moves against him, but no. Big Nothing is happening. Actively, nothing is happening. I want to stress this enough. No moves. Okay, move hit. There we go. Something happened. Only took like a while and Is he okay? He's just trying to bully CM Punk into staying down. It doesn't work like that. CM Punk is a fighter, and he always has been. Shawn Michaels has Punk right where he wants him. Get him up. That's a massive elbow drop from the outside. Picking him up. Shawn. No, high rake, but it's still ineffective. He caught the leg super kick. What an effective use of wrestling. And that's one, that's two, and that's on the 30-minute. Shawn Michaels beats CM Punk to become officially the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. This man will face Edge in 3 weeks at SummerSlam. Shawn and Punk are now enemies. I wonder what made that happen. That didn't move anybody down, though. That did move Dolph back above Punk. Anyways, SummerSlam time. I don't know which tag team I hate more. I genuinely don't know which tag team out of these two I hate more. Anyways, it's Evan Bourne versus Vance Archer. And Superstars opens back up with yet another Evan Bourne and Vance Archer match. These two had such an absolute clinic last episode that they decided to do it again, this time without their respective managers. Vance doesn't have David, Evan doesn't have Kofi, and everything's fun. I just had to say something. Evan Bourne immediately throwing around Vance Archer, the fucking 7-foot-tall motherfucker. Seriously, why the fuck is he so tall? He feels abnormally tall, actually. But Evan is going very fast. Evan Bourne is just so fast. Sometimes I think the mind can't even comprehend a massive kick. Vance tried to get around the kick, but he did not do so successfully in time. Dropping variety and a fucking corkscrew moonsault. So why not? I don't know why I'm adding fucking on everything. Not even like mad fucking. It's more just like an emphasis fucking. There are 2 types of fucking. Emphasis on the fucking and hate fucking. That's it. Evan Bourne with a big standing moonsault. It is shocking that he can even do that. And And he just goes for it What? There he goes. Corkscrew moonsault straight to the bourne. Straight to the bourne. Imagine going straight to the farm and you get hit with a corkscrew moonsault. Like, bro, how the fuck do you hit a corkscrew moonsault the goddamn beat? And that's a massive shooting star press by Evan Bourne. And that's the end of the match. Evan Bourne went above Kofi off of that, which doesn't really matter because they're tag partners. Let's move on to the next match. We welcome you back to I'm all out of shape. Mike Knox is teaming up with Justin Gabriel against Druid and Lex Luger. We couldn't have gotten anybody else? That is, like, what are we doing here? I get Mike Knox is just Gabriel. Okay, fine. If you want to break him in as a tag team, sure. Do whatever you want. I'm fine with new tag teams at this point, but you're gonna make them face Druid and Lex Luger? The fuck? And of course, Justin Gabriel actually has some level of importance because he has talked about Wade Barrett and his relationship. And he has said, and I quote, "If Wade Barrett asked me to, I would weigh my options. I might do it, I might not. It depends on how I'm feeling and the opportunities that I would be given." And that is one way of saying that he wants to avoid the question until it is beneficial for him to answer with the correct option. So thank you, Justin Gabriel, for being a fucking issue. And then of course we have the Druid. Getting really close to a revelation about this guy. I guess the revelation will have to wait. And I'm starting to think, maybe, just maybe, he's not worth saving. I don't know. Something about him seems like his decision to become a wrestler and split off from everyone else is a bit hasty. And if I had to be honest, it wasn't a good idea. We'll definitely be considering our options. And then there's his tag team partner, Lex Luger. Wow. For someone that used to call himself, or maybe is still called the narcissist, he sure teams up with people a lot.
It's a facade and it's exhaustive.
It's kind of ridiculous, actually. How many times is this going to happen? Also, how many times are we going to cut to nothing? Production crew, what's going on? And Mike Knox is just running. He is so tired of dealing with Druid. I know he asked for a new match next week, and he made that clear by attacking the Druid that week, but like, holy shit, really? Just adding Luger and Gabriel onto that match? Are we for real? What's the game plan here? What are you trying to do? And of course, massive punches, because Mike is just bullying Druid at this point, and Druid is already not getting up. I'm sorry, he has no legs? He has no legs. And he just punched Druid off the apron itself. Big! Okay, well, Druid turned it into his own running move. I can't believe it. Druid taking advantage of a situation? And Justin Gabriel is asking to be let into the ring. I don't think it was his original intention, but he had already grabbed the ref, so Big, he missed. Wait, he took out the ref! And now Mike is using this opportunity to try and lay into the Druid. Gonna get himself disqualified if he keeps acting like that. It's a mess. And another, and there's the true Big Boot. Getting kneed in the stomach. Justin's going after it, and a massive thing. Please tell me that he's actually knocked over. He's not. And Justin Gabriel now getting tagged in. And a massive moonsault. He hit the ref. That's three hits in a row. He's gonna get his team pretty much single-handedly disqualified. And we've seen Justin do that against Druid before. Druid hits him too. The ref is getting it tonight. Oh my lord. Sweeping Druid, he had to think about that one. He had to actively move out of the way of the referee. Any more hits, and his team is probably disqualified. The ref is probably committing heinous violations of the referee code right now, yelling at everybody. I mean, I guess he isn't. He's kind of walking around. He's watching the action. And now Justin Gabriel picking him up and just laying him down on the floor. Going up to the top rope, a massive 450 splash. Mike Knox going out, bumping into the referee on the way. And okay, Druid has been down for the count twice, 2 times now, and he has not managed to be vanquished. Thankfully, Justin Gabriel tags in Mike Knox, and they actually double kick up. What the fuck? Setting him up for a massive Big Boot too. What in the goddamn? Justin Gabriel's throwing a little here. And Druid is just shoving him off. He's just trying to back him into a corner, but it doesn't work. Oh my god. Luke. Sake, man. Mike Knox is just over it. He is done. He is absolutely fucking crashing out over the fact that Luger gets to do literally nothing. He gets to do his shit. He's not even tagging in Justin. He's getting pissed off at this. And wait, Druid is tagging in Lex Luger. Down goes the man. Down goes Justin. The big boot misses, and he gets turned around. But wait, right straight. No, big boot. It's all about the big boot and how you use it. But they're not using it. Shoves off, but it just immediately fails again. Turn around. Yep, it's not working. And wait, that's a massive hit. It's a massive hit. Stunning him on the ropes. That may actually be all he needs. 1, 2. Oh, 2.99. And now tagging in Justin Gabriel. I actually didn't reverse that because the game fucking started. What the? Spike DDT! Justin using this opportunity to absolutely lay into someone that isn't literally fucking a druid from Taker's Gallery of Rogues. Presumably it's his Gallery of Rogues. And ooh, what a splash! Now going up to the top rope. Druid could try and stop it, but I think it's fool's errands, and that is a 450 splash. Druid getting taken out by Justin Gabriel. He's gonna make sure that he wins. Thank God. That is it for this match setup. Holy Jesus. Mike Knox and Justin Gabriel went through every single possible combination of screw-ups, and they still beat him because Druid is just that bad and never tagged in Luger. Luger could have won that match on his own, but he never got tagged in. And when he did, the momentum was already on their side. Mike Knox and Druid are now enemies, and Justin Gabriel fucking around with a fucker. And they're not friends either, by the way. Anyways, it's Christian versus Jack Swagger. At least a good main event to end off Superstar. In our main event of Superstars, it is Christian and Jack Swagger. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Jack Swagger since he lost the World Heavyweight Championship to Taker at Backlash, but apparently this week is the return of the champs that left us. And Christian is more than happy to take down Jack Swagger. I mean, he's up for anything at this point. It's better than being on whatever the fuck ECW has been for the last, 5 years. Seriously, what the fuck was that? How the WCW bring them back for that? What kind of bullshit. And then there's Jack Swagger, and he's taken inspiration from the book of Lex Luger and made a design that incorporates black over the blue. I don't know why so many people do this. You can't put black over the red? I guess it's because black and red is a good color scheme, but so is blue. Yes, blue, white, and black don't exactly. Well, no, they make it. Whatever. I'm never gonna get it. And, ooh, Jack Swagger tried to go for a running knee, but Christian responded by beauty-shotting him. I don't know what that move was called before Tyler Breeze. Otherwise, I would call it whatever it was called before. Christian is up for the competition, let's be fair. And although he hasn't gotten that much representation on SmackDown as you would want him to, I mean, he has been kind of on and off again, winning and losing. He's probably the most inconsistent wrestler when it comes to who he can beat and who he can't. Christian's gonna take advantage of this by going for a massive diving splash. I'm still just kind of shocked that Jack Swagger even appeared. I don't really know what else to say other than I'm kind of shocked that he exists. Which is a fair reaction to have. It's like seeing a fucking ghost at this point with how little Jack Swagger has appeared. But Jack Swagger with a massive German, putting all of the force he saved up over the last 4 months into that one, because he went all the way across the ring, and I mean literally the whole 9 yards. And again, Christian's going for a double trouble trifecta. Moves as a diving headbutt. How is Christian doing that so many times without getting some level of DTE? You can do that as a running rebound, bitch? How? You know what? Let's see it. Oh, that's appropriate. Fuck. Why did I do that then? Then a knee to the gut by Christian, trying to make up for the fact that he literally fucked himself over and didn't even give Jack Swagger a chance to get pinned by accident. This is probably the tightest diving headbutt Christian's ever done, and it works itself out. This ain't it. This is it. And then that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3. Christian beats Jack Swagger to end this episode of Superstar. I mean, it was nice to see Christian on the purple show wearing his purple attire, along with the white logo of Superstars with his white accents. Christian is even going to shake Jack Swagger's hand, but just like Raw, the guy that won the match doesn't get the respect he deserves from the guy that lost. Is SmackDown going to have the same thing? Because if so, I'm going to fucking cry. I was gonna say crash out. Nope, I'm crying. That didn't move Christian up. That didn't move Jack Swagger down, despite the fact he's still number 3. That didn't do anything here either. With who? Oh, this episode of SmackDown sucks. They were there. You were doing so good. What the fuck is this shit? Hold on, wait. Can I look at that Can I look at that sheet again? Hold on, wait a minute. But Christian versus Vance Archer and who? Give me my reading glasses for a second. Taker? Really? Taker? Are we for real? How did Vance get Taker on his side? What, does Taker hate Jericho that much? I should have asked the same question when David did it, but how is Vance Archer with Taker tonight? On SmackDown, of all places. Superstar is okay. He usually has the night free. It's no big deal. Whatever. This shit, bitch. What? And there he is. Wow. That's Taker. That was the line. He's right there. Okay. Whatever you say, man. And now Vance with a nope. Christian immediately turns it into a Hurricane Rana, and that's a kick out. Vance doesn't even need Taker, at least not yet, to get him out of this situation. And Vance Archer might just have the powers that be working in his favor tonight. Because if he can get into a damn tag with Haker, I think they win the tag titles. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It would take a goddamn miracle for Vance Archer and Taker to not fucking win the tag titles for the Puerto Rico Prideful. I don't care how prideful you are about Puerto fucking Rico. All right? He'll be World Heavyweight Champ and Tag Champ at the same time. I think he could handle that. Oh, wait. Another Hurricane by Christian, and he doesn't need to call in Taker. Oh, he missed. Never mind. I should shut up before I say something stupid. Well, not stupid. Wrong Sky! Hi! We saw this work on fucking that one guy last week. And it worked again! Vance Archer keeps beating people with Sky High! That's different shit! Taker must be really interested in Vance if he managed to do that 2 weeks in a row! I really wanted that to be a tag. I was so ready for that to be a tag, and it didn't affect either division! Okay, when I said that the truth is bright, I didn't mean it like that! And wait a minute, Santino knocked over R-Truth as he went down to the ring! I mean, we should have expected this. He's trying to become a Puerto Rican Prideful, and how did Ted and, well, they did that by beating the Hart Foundation. But the second closest thing that you could do is beat up R-Truth, because that's what Ted was doing for a while. That's how he won the IC title, is by beating the shit out of R-Truth. So, Santino is following in the footsteps of his, 15 seconds of forgetting the word for idol later. I guess ancestors. I don't really know what the I can't remember for the life of me what the proper word would be otherwise. Santino is thus far though getting his ass kicked. Whoa, R-Truth, that was nasty. Truth is just making sure that R-Truth realizes that I am not as much of a pushover as people say I am, and it looks like Santino may have gotten put in a submission there if he wasn't that quick. I feel like I'm fucking watching Bugs Bunny cartoon every time I speak. Bro, Quack! Hey, Doc! What's up, Doc? I'm gonna cross-dress because it's fun. Put that in your best of compilation and smoke it. And that's an axe kick by R-Truth. And that's Ted DiBiase. Well, fucking what do you know? Oh, shit. What the fuck do you mean? What was that? My God, what was that? Now R-Truth putting Santino in the hole. Ted is getting on the ropes, and he tapped out. And R-Truth is now gonna go deal with this presence himself. Big boot misses, and now he's thrown back in the ring. I'm starting to notice a theme here. Wait a minute. Ooh, what? Wait. Okay, throwing into the steps by Ted DiBiase. Remember, throwing someone in a direction does not count as that attack being yours, so, oops. Now going after Ted DiBiase just a little bit more for his own pleasures. I mean, this is revenge for having him lose the IC title, I suppose. And there goes Ted. I don't understand why Santino tries to punch the people he's fighting when they're on the ground instead of what everyone else does when they kick. It's always been something about the man that confuses me, but then again, everything about Santino confuses me, so I guess I should shut up. Is that another? Yep, that's another setup for yet another axe kick and a cork. I don't even know if that would be considered like a cork popper or whatever. But it doesn't matter because Santino doesn't stay down. Or does it? I just thought about it. This is a submission match. Unless you pick the worst submission possible? Oh, what a maneuver. And Santino, wait, getting his face pulled on by R-Truth, trying to choke the life out of him, and he taps out. That is it for R-Truth and Santino because R-Truth won the match. R-Truth winning a match? I never thought I'd see it. Maybe it's the power of the gems in his fucking wrist bracelets. Maybe the shit that's in there is actually what's causing him to win this match. I don't know. Who knows? Not I, that's for sure. I'm not fucking, no. I'm not, no. I'm waiting. I am waiting. I am going to go grab a drink. but was much less eternal suffering and much more, why did I have to do that in the first place? All it did was move Santino above the Big Show in the IC title scene. What the fuck? And up first in this women's triple threat match, it is the now women's champion, Beth Phoenix. Is that right? She actually defended her title at Night of Champions. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Almost makes me not want to fucking talk about Beth Phoenix, because she actually did some. Like, I can't complain about the state of the women's division, because something happened. I mean, it's still overbloated to shit, but like, what is happening to your leg? Oh god. Layla, regardless, Layla actually updated her shit to match with Michelle McCool. Somehow, all white matches with Michelle. Cool. And then there's Gail Kim, the fitness instructor turned wrestler that is gonna beat the shit out of everyone, or at least she wants to. I'm not sure if she's actually gonna do it, but hey, to each their own. And it is not hard to see. Yep, Gail Kim's already taken advantage of the situation at hand. She knows how to fight women at the same time. Ooh, moonsault. Layla didn't get off what she wanted to get off. Layla's now gonna take advantage, make Beth think that she got hit with a moonsault by Layla. Yep. And now Layla's getting her ass kicked by both of the women at the same time. It's smart strategy. Yep. And then act like it was intentional the whole time. Gail Kim has a strategy, and it's a very good strategy. Okay, it didn't work, but it's fine, because Gail Kim is just smarter than everyone else anyway, so who needs strategy when you can just beat the shit out of everyone, right? She's fast, lightning fast. She's gonna make sure to use that against her enemies by constantly hurricane running them from behind, or doing that. Wait a minute. Beth Phoenix with a little neck breaker, and now hitting Layla with the eat the feet. But she's... Ooh, Beth is making this really hard for Gail to take advantage of. She's not letting Gail Kim get up and do things, and Layla's up. Well, fuck. Wait a minute, roll up! Roll up! That's not gonna do anything about it! She's too confident in her abilities! Okay, thankfully she did, in fact, break it up. And well, okay, Gail Kim's just gonna do it again, see if Layla's gonna do the same mistake, and she technically did, yeah. I would consider that the same mistake. She just reacted to it faster. Oh, what's going on? Layla over, waiting for Beth to get up so that she can hit her with the eat the feet! And that's it, unless Layla gets up right now, which she doesn't look like she is. Yep, Gail Kim has defeated Beth Phoenix and Layla in one match. She defeated the new women's champion on her first attempt. Mind you, Layla was there, which is distracting the both of them, leaving them open to Gail Kim, I guess. But still impressive. Good job. And that moved Gail Kim above Alicia Fox and Mickie James, and only one of them actually deserved to get lower, and it was Alicia Fox. And now the main event of this episode, it is Kofi Kingston versus Jack Swagger. And our main event, the Jamaican menace himself, Kofi Kingston, still sponsored by the Germans. I don't know how he gets away with being sponsored by the Germans for like 4 months. 4.5 actually. But hey, contract's a contract, man. Maybe he'll change it after SummerSlam. And then there's his opponent, who's in the main event of Superstars against Christian. And now he's in the main event of SmackDown against Kofi Kingston. Feel like these should have been swapped around. If I had to be completely honest, I would have rather seen Christian in the main event than Kofi, at least for now. Until that happens, I guess we're just left with Swagger. God. And Kofi has now attacked Jack Swagger. Well, he hasn't actually attacked Jack Swagger, but he opened the match by attacking Jack Swagger. So, hey, all the rules, and it's not a problem, right? Yep. Kofi with a nice set of striking moves. It's almost unreactable by Jack Swagger. Try to do it again, but Jack Swagger noticed what was happening this time around, and he's still caught in the same routine. Okay, he's noticing more and more patterns in the gameplay. Oh, chopped by Kofi. That is not something you want to get hit by. Neither is the top rope leg drop. Imagine having your finishing move done from the top rope as not a finish. Hulk Hogan is pissed off, and he doesn't have a right to be, because his finish fucking sucks. What is Kofi doing? Okay, damn! Now dragging him over. But Swagger isn't gonna go down, because Swagger is a fighter. He's an American. If he wasn't wrestling, he probably would have fought in Afghanistan. Boom drop by Kofi Kingston. Just in time for a trouble in paradise. And a paradise it shall be for Kofi Kingston as he hits the 1, he hits the 2, he hits the 3, and Kofi Kingston is beating Jack Swagger. That's it. Kofi wins. Moving on. Or not, because... And Kofi has to fight again because the general manager decided this main event needed some spice. So we're gonna do it again. Why not? That's the spice we needed. No, we couldn't have had it in like Christian. Jericho. We couldn't have added in the Big Show. We didn't need to add in Teddy DiBiase, Primo. We didn't need to add in anyone. Nope, Kofi and Jack Swagger will do just fine, and we'll just do it twice if people aren't happy the first time, because the best thing to do when people are unhappy about a match is to do it again. We're gonna do it again. We need to do it again. This is the only match that ever matters. You know what? This is the match that will decide the entire fate of the universe. We need to make sure it happens again so we know it's the right result. And why not? Just to make it even better. We're gonna make it a fucking submission match so that Kofi can get fucked and Swagger with his goddamn ankle lock can win. And you know, we could all go home unhappy knowing that the result we wanted was right in front of us and it was taken away. One step from the big one, just because. It's not like I'm upset or anything. I'm not. I'm a perfectly high and functioning member of society. Sugar Ray Robinson. That is my reaction to Jack Swagger. And that's the boom drop. Wait a minute, Kofi. Kofi with the SOS. He's calling for help out here, and the help is for Swagger since he's in the camel clutch, and he's dapping out. Please get me out of here. Then move Jericho above Swagger. Finally! What the fuck? Banger? Fuck. What? What? Rock kinda cooked in the weirdest way. Fuck it, let's go. And we welcome you to Monday Night Raw in Las Vegas, and it's The Miz. And tonight, he's in a weird tag match. His tag partner is Justin Gabriel, a man who has refused to actually formalize a team with Mike Knox. I guess Justin's just bouncing from team to team, hoping that something will have him win, even though he won with Mike Knox last week on Superstars. So, actually, I have no idea what he's trying to do. But I don't think I know what anybody's trying to do anymore. So let's just be honest. And then, as we talked about, Justin Gabriel, he has no allegiances, no friends, no nothing. He's wearing very interesting wrist tape. We'll figure out what's gonna happen. And then there's their opponent's MVP. This man has not told us who his tag partner is, but we're gonna find out right now. If it's just Mark Henry, I'm gonna cry. Matt Hardy! Okay, sure. Matt Hardy now going up against his former rookie on the first season of NXT, Justin Gabriel. So it'll definitely be interesting to see if this caused anything. They technically were going to team. There were plans, and then they never did it, and they decided it'd be better if they just didn't. So maybe this is why. Maybe MVP has been orchestrating this the whole time. The reason why Justin can't get in a tag team, it's all his fault. The ultimate betrayal is thinking you have shit down, and then someone else ruins it for you. Now the Miz is, oh, and then there goes Matt Hardy. The MVP is gonna get him back with a nice German and a massive duplex, setting him up somewhat perfectly for everybody's favorite move from MVP. It's the one that's animation takes literally 30 years because he's fallen. Elbow drop. It's John Cena. Doesn't have time for this. He's leaving. He's gotta go face John. John is on the other side of the ring. Why did he pick this way? And then he didn't target him. Well, and MVP, wait, it's Mark Henry! Mark Henry saving MVP from Cena again! This is why these two are a tag team. This is why. Mark Henry picking up Cena, slamming him down on his knee. MVP's tagging in Matt Hardy. He's wearing blue and orange again. I don't know why. Cena's left. He's gone. Wait a minute. Matt Hardy rolling up the Miz here, but Justin's not off the ropes, so he's probably gonna break it up, and he does. Trying to get him to follow him outside of the ring, but Matt Hardy, wait a minute, that's a twister. No. Can't twist the fate here. Miz just did nothing. Classic story. The Miz does nothing and then loses. And wait a minute. Miz going up top. What? They're just attacking him and sending him off the ropes. Same with Justin. Now he's just gonna land the extreme leg drop. He missed entirely. Justin now gets sent over the steel steps. And now Miz sent over the steel steps as well. And what the fuck? Wait, Miz tags in Justin Gabriel. Finally, he's gotten the opportunity to do nothing in this match. Drop kick, not quite a drop. Not quite a drop kick. Bitch, that was the drop kick. Are we for real? Matt is setting Justin up to get hit by this every time, and he does. He hits the Uranagi-ass thing, but can he hit the twist of fate? No. Justin Gabriel taking the time to go, oh, wait. Matt took him off the ropes. Wasn't what he wanted. Wait, Matt. Matt successfully hitting the extreme leg drop, and now I think Matt's got other plans. Matt Hardy is taken him downtown, setting Justin up on the announce table. Leg drop through the table, a moonsault through the table instead. Matt had enough with Justin and his delectable, not delectable, what the fuck? Wait, sending MVP into the post on accident. I think he meant to grab Justin, slamming his head in the post, and now he's bleeding. Matt wants to end the match, though, and that's a successful Uranagi-esque move. Can he hit the twist of fate, please? It's a no. Wait a minute, roll up by Matt Hardy. Miz isn't doing anything, and it's too late. Matt Hardy wins. He didn't get hit one twist of fate, but they still won the match. MVP and Matt Hardy win somehow. They fucked up a lot, but the best teams don't have the best chemistry at first. Mark Henry, what? That made Matt go from 12 to 6, and MVP go from 14 to 8. And now they're the #1 contenders for the tag titles. Wait a minute. Anyways, it's Mark Henry versus Wade Barrett. And up next, it's the last member of this now union, I guess, Mark Henry. Mark Henry announced that Matt has actually joined MVP and Mark Henry in their faction now, which is really interesting. But now he's getting attacked by the UK, so Wade Barrett is gonna make it a mission to actually win a match. This is his first match on Raw in a long time, and he doesn't want to waste it on nothing, basically. But it seems like he very well could if he doesn't do anything about the coming situation. Wait, Luthez pressing Mark Henry. Okay, we're getting somewhere. He ran out of finish. But it's fine. Everything is fine. Because he's still weakened the world's strongest man. He wasn't expecting that. He was expecting something like last week. Another easy match to add on to his repertoire of very easy matches. But that's not what he's getting. Tonight, he's gonna have to work for his victory. Because he's been attacked. Especially if Wade Barrett does that. Just because you're a strongman doesn't mean you don't fall to the same things regular people do. Elbows to the head will fuck you up as much as the next guy. It's not a lot of ways to beef up the strength of your head. What the fuck is your... Oh, wait. I remember. Oh, it's the thing. It's the big boot that actually works. And Wade Barrett picking up Mark Henry, and that's Wasteland. And now Wade Barrett covering Mark in the perfect way to make sure he isn't in the ropes, and he wins. He beat Mark Henry with an attack, but he did still beat him. Mix. Wade Barrett's happy after that one. Okay, well, I wouldn't say happy. Slamming the mat and look. Yeah, he doesn't look happy. I think he looks more pissed than anything, actually. But he won on Raw. He hasn't done that since the first fucking week. That made they hated each other before this. Anyways, it's the match you've seen 8,000 fucking times. And of course, we have the Straight Edge Society. CM Punk and Luke Gallows and the Hart Foundation. Dude, how many fucking times are we gonna see this match? Come on, you got like 4 other tags. The Puerto Rican Pridefuls, the UK, Mark Henry, and MVP, and Airborne. But no, it's always just Straight Edge Society, Hart Foundation. Why? Raw General Manager. Please, book more than one match. And then it's the Hart Foundation. I just don't like it. I just don't like seeing these two at this point. Like, wait a minute, David Hart, Smith is fired up tonight for no reason. Yeah, there's no reason for it. Wait, he kicked the referee. Winning by DQ is still a win for the Hart Foundation. That may be what counts. Fucking what the hell? Remember when he was on SmackDown facing Ted DiBiase and Primo? Yeah, those are good times. Now he's just facing CM Punk and Luke Gallows every week. It's kind of ridiculous. If I had to say anything at all. What the fuck? David Hart hits a power bomb? A power bomb? That was a running power slam. What? Wait, David moved out of the way, and that's a Saito suplex! And David and Tyson ran into each other. Tyson, you're gonna... No, okay. Alright, well then, fine. Fuck you, bitch. How about you do it your goddamn self? Go on, beat up CM Punk. Beat up John Cena. Oh, he was actually kind of doing it. He's still kind of doing it? Hold on. Please turn to the... Okay, it doesn't matter. David? Okay, cool. I don't think that's gonna count as a rope break. Luke Gallows... He tapped out before he got there. Holy shit. That shouldn't have worked. All right, cool. Thank you, David. You did just what you needed to. The Hart Foundation beats the Straight Edge Society. Finally. How many losses is that in a row? I want to know. Give me numbers. That didn't do anything for anyone ever, anywhere. Shawn Michaels versus Drew McIntyre in a steel cage. And then you have Shawn Michaels. And tonight, Drew and Shawn are going to fight in a steel cage match. We haven't had a steel cage match on Raw since Rey Mysterio fought the conquistador that turned out to be Edge. This is really good for anybody named Sean, though. Sean has got a big old fucking plan. Let me tell you. Drew, I'm not sure. Drew lost to him last week as well, if I remember correctly. And then there's his opponent, Drew McIntyre. Static camera angle. Drew lost the US title to Sheamus at Night of Champions. And let me tell you, he's still upset about it. He went on a rant on Twitter. He cannot handle the fact that he lost the title match. It's ridiculous. I would say get well soon, but clearly you will not get mentally well until at least... Of course, it's when I'm talking about mental wellness that it decides to crash for the first time. And Shawn Michaels has a... I was about to say has attacked. I did that last week, too. I'm just so used to the game crashing, and then there's an attacking cutscene, and it's like, well, the story of this match has changed. Now I have to act like nothing of that ever fucking happened. It's awesome. Shawn goes up to the top rope a lot. He hits a lot of elbow drops, and we may see a lot more of that later, but I'm not entirely sure. Drew is a very harsh opponent. He can fuck you over if he wants to. The problem is that he just doesn't. It implies that he shows mercy. Drew doesn't really show mercy all that often to people that, whoa, okay, yep, there's that example of not showing mercy. Random Germans and everything. Wait a minute, Drew is leaving. Not Drew, what? Okay, Sean realized he can't leave. Oh, wait. Yep, elbow drop. I know what Sean was gonna go for. Wait a minute, Sean. Setting up perfectly for the sweet chin music. You gotta tune up the band first, and then you can hit it. Sean will now immediately leave because he does not want to be in the ring with Drew for any time longer. It's just a bad idea to be in the ring. Yep, there he goes. Sean is left. He's out. Drew McIntyre has lost to Sean. That made their relationship get worse. Randy now is above Drew, which is deserved. That didn't do anything for Drew in the US title scene because it shouldn't have. What the fuck? What is this Vance Taker alliance? This isn't supposed to air. Wait, why is he coming out first? Wait, no, we're not on the commercial break yet. Why is his entrance? We just started the show. We were supposed to do an entrance, then a commercial break. What the production team? What the fuck? Druid. Hi, Druid. You heard what I said about you last week on, Superstars, and you said some things that I let go because, you know, I am a, hopefully professional. I'd like to think I am, even if I'm not. And we'll take your matters into discussion. Wait, Justin Gabriel with an attack on the why? No, genuinely, why? Justin Gabriel has attacked Druid. Maybe seeing what Wade did and seeing if he can do it himself. But Druid is one that doesn't like reversing, but when he does reverse, oh God, you're gonna feel it. Now Justin went up, but Druid's up as well, and instead he hits a Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Added momentum, definitely gonna make Druid feel a little bit worse compared to a normal Hurricane Rana from the same person. Justin, but Druid is one step ahead. These two have fought quite a few times in the past. They know each other inside and out, like the main rivalry the Druids ever had. Other than, I guess, Mike Knox, who has kind of resurfaced as an enemy of his in more recent weeks. Justin maybe going for a massive power. Nope, Justin gets rolled out of it. Wait, Druid's picking him up. Wait a minute, what the hell? He's never hit that before. Who taught you that? Massive moonsault. I'm surprised he even managed to get that off. It was so off-center. And that's a massive frog splash. What? These two are pulling out everything of their arsenal. They're trying to get each other to go down in maximum efficient time. But it seems that Justin, in that matter, has gotten the upper hand. If he hits this 450, I think it's over. And that's what it looks like it is. Justin Gabriel defeats Druid yet again. An attack, probably not necessary, but I think Gabriel's just trying to imitate Wade Barrett as long as possible. I think Justin Gabriel wants to be Wade Barrett without the Wade Barrett. It's a really interesting concept for you to imitate a friend you're no longer speaking to. You yank him a chain. I will see you all in a second after I redo that match. Wait, hold on. There's a different ending to this match. Justin Gabriel beat him even quicker this time, and now he's just gonna immediately attack him again. He's trying to really shit on this guy. Okay. By the way, in case you're wondering what that match was this time around, it was literally attack cutscene, 450, pin. Fuck's sake. And that made MVP go up higher. Okay. Anyways, it's time for probably the weirdest mixed tag match so far. Up next on Superstars, we got Ted DiBiase. One half of the Unified Tag Champs is finally appearing on Superstars. And it's in a mixed tag match. Okay, well, all my enthusiasm for this match has immediately died. Ted DiBiase is teaming with Maurice. This one's more canon than we remember. Versus the Big Show and Natalya. This might be one of Natalya's like first matches. I haven't seen her at all. Is this a debut? But whatever. It's Maurice, SmackDown's most French woman, even though she's from Quebec. But technically, she's still the most French because she's like the only person on the roster that actually spoke French. And then there's his opponent, the Big Show. This man's been on a little bit of a hot streak as of late. He had an Iron Man match against Taker, and he won. And tonight, he looks to continue it by defeating Ted DiBiase with Natalya. Don't ask how that one works out. I don't know how Big Show got Natalya to the team with him, but it's Natalya, man. Natalya's cool. I imagine she don't fucking mind shit. Natalya hasn't changed her hair color to match her attire color. Well, that's awesome. I like that one. You know, the least favorite part about Natalya in this game is that doesn't happen ever. It just never happens. I don't know why we should give you the option. We never give you the option to change other people's hair colors, but like shit, if it's gonna be that drastically different color and it matches the attire, might as well change it. Big Show and Ted starting this match off delightfully. These two fought a lot in preparation for Night of Champions, in which both of them equally threw, but everyone threw that night, honestly. Must have been one of those days where literally everyone was off for one reason or another. Big Show is trying really hard not to get Maurice caught in whatever's next, and wait a minute! Ted went for Maurice, but Maurice just said no! Why? Ted gets screwed! I guess Maurice doesn't like Puerto Rico! What the hell? We thought you two were friends. Big Show with the spin around! Oh, but Ted saw that coming. But is he gonna see this coming? Yeah, he did. But is he gonna... no, he just missed that time. But is he... Okay, stop. Big Show, just stop. Try something else. Big Show, going for it a second time. Are you... Spear! And then a massive punch. And I think this just means that Natalya doesn't get to wrestle because she can't. There's no one to take Ted's place. So this is just a one-on-one match. Does Natalya even get a check? Big Show and Natalya beat basically just Ted DiBiase because Maurice is a fucking bitch. You know, that's the best betrayal since DX.
No.
That moved Ted below Kofi and Evan. Okay, so Ted's just now fighting for the IC title. Got it. That also moved... What? No, I'm fine with this. It's gonna be Maurice versus Natalya for the #1 contendership. Okay. And then we have Evanstein III. That's not his name. I just made that up. And tonight he is in a 1-on-2 handicap match with Vance Archer and The Undertaker. Okay. This union needs to be stopped. First it was Jericho. Now it's Taker. What's next? Is Vance gonna join the Puerto Rican Pride Fest? Is he gonna team up with the Big Show? What are we doing here? Come on! Get together, Vance. Pick a side. Pick a faction. Pick a person. Now tonight, Evan is actually alone, which begs the question of why. Is Kofi sick? I feel like it'd be a lot easier to answer this question if Kofi was here. But no, it's just Evan versus Vance and Taker, and I don't understand it. You know, the funniest part about tonight, you know what I just realized? This is the first night where Druid and Taker have been on the same show. And I imagine that they had zero interactions. They did not talk at all. It was an awkward dinner and nothing else. And Vance Archer, God damn it, stop trying to say that everything is an attack. Well, Vance is just gonna follow you outside of the ring. He does not care. Yep, and that meant that was actually a worse fate for you because you got your ass slammed.
What do you mean by that?
Is he gonna get his ass slammed again? No.
What do you mean by that?
But honestly, it could have been way closer. Vance Archer, wait, no. Evan slamming his face into the it's not concrete. It's technically padded concrete. Debatable how better that is. Vance, oh god, it's the move that takes everybody out. It's a massive fly! But he's not gonna go for anything. What does Vance have in mind for Evan Bourne? Slamming his face into the floor. I think he's got a level of plan for the man. Hey, just damn. Face first. Well, everything first onto the floor. Back down he goes. Evan gonna take advantage, try to get himself back in this one, and he's doing it by doing the same thing fucking twice. Wait, Evan's up top. What? But Vance is still going. Why is he still going? But he's picking him up, and he's going for it again. Oh, the Big Show! And I assume that Big Show's problem is with Taker. We knew they were both here tonight. We should have seen this coming. This is literally the only time that Vance ever gets a chance, but Evan Bourne just does not fucking care. He picks him up for the fucking hip breaker. Big Show's taking Taker off the apron, and Evan sends him to the outside, but I think that's where he was going anyways. And I just realized how similar these two's attires look. Wait, oh! Big Show is showing mercy to Vance, but Vance does not care. He does not take mercy from Big Show. Now Evan's letting him take care of this one on his own. Vance picking him up, hip breaker, no wait. Slam face first into the stairs. Big Show showing mercy again, letting him get back into the ring. And now Vance coming in to save Taker from Evan Bourne, I guess? Big Show fights back. Taker takes control of Evan. Big Show throws Vance in the ring. Vance cannot take advantage of any situation given to him. This is why him and fucking Jericho stopped teaming. Vance was not a very good team artist. He did not know when to give up, when to quit, and when to do what. Evan's out the ring now, and Vance says that's as good a time as any to tag him in, and there goes Taker. He's going to the outside. It's his turn to deal the damage. Are they trying to set an example that they're both not to be messed with on Evan Bourne of all people? Ooh. Taker was gonna try and do something cool, but it didn't work out that way. Choke slam by Taker. Nope. Evan Bourne reverses. Wait a minute. Hold on. Straight for the throat. That's a choke slam. Now, wait a minute. Taker with the perfect setup. Just go to the left, and that's a tombstone pile driver to Evan Bourne. That's the end of the match. 1, 2... These two just completely dominated. Well, not completely, but mostly dominated Evan Bourne. Vance Archer and Taker beat Evan Bourne. Does this make them a tag team? Honestly, kind of hope so. 2 new tag things in 1 week? Aw. Did it at least make them friends? Aw. That also made Evan go down to make it to where Kofi went up. Okay, whatever. I'm sure we'll get Vance and Taker in a tag eventually.
Foreshadowing is erroneous.
Speaking of Vance, what the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't even think Jack Swagger was still in the conversation for the world title scene. In the opener of SmackDown in Tucson, Arizona, we got Evan Bourne. He got his ass beat by Vance Archer and Taker, and in this Fatal 4-Way match, he just wants to beat the shit out of Vance Archer in return. He knows he may not get to Taker for a while, so right now his main focus is just on getting to Vance. Honestly, he probably learned that from fucking David Otunga. I'm sure they had a talk. David had a run-in with Taker once, even though he's on his side. Maybe Evan tried to use that against him, but it just didn't work out how he thought it would. But in this match, there are 2 other stars that aren't Vance and Bourne. And one of these is Christian, who's at this point just in it for the love of the game, and I love it for him. He just wants to fight and fight whoever. Honestly, good spirit for him. He's doing it entirely for the people, the peeps. Surprised he hasn't brought back the peep show in a minute. Now I think about it, it's been a minute since there's been any talk show. Weird. But Vance Archer probably doesn't care too much about Evan Bourne. I think that was Taker's idea, but I think Vance is still gonna get punished for it because it's Vance Archer. And when he's not with a big guy, he loses more often than he wins for some reason. I don't know. I don't get it. He's back and forth, back and forth. It's like swinging a fucking pendulum with this guy. It's either loses every match or wins every match. It's ridiculous. And then there is our honorary, as he says, Puerto Rican prideful Santino. All of this because he's not actually. He's not a part of the faction, but he damn sure wants to be, and so he considers himself an honorary member, regardless of how true that is or is not. And Evan Bourne immediate. Okay, well, Vance, yeah. And again, as we said, Evan only really cares about Vance Archer? Question mark? He went after Santino for a second there. I think he was like, oh, and Christian hit everybody with that. What the hell? Get in his way. He's gonna hit you with a corkscrew moonsault. And Vance did nothing about that situation. It's swapped up again. And now Evan's going after everybody. Evan is just, what the fuck? Oh, that was a massive hit. But again, Evan only cares about kicking the shit out of Vance. He's treating this like it's essentially a one-on-one match with extra steps because he just wants to go after Vance Archer that bad. Last night was kind of embarrassing for him. Hey, you notice how it cut off there? Yeah, that's because my mic didn't record anything for the next 3.5 minutes. So, while we wait for the mic to return, how about we watch this match at about 5x speed? Evan Bourne doing a jumping moonsault over there. Doesn't quite hit anything. I think this is because Evan was targeting other people. Goes for a pin on Santino. Doesn't quite work out. And then the match kind of just continues from here as normal for a little bit. Nothing really happens. Evan's dominating everybody. He gets a little over it. Does the spinning moonsault. Can't hit the fucking airborne shooting star press. What the fuck was that? No, genuinely. What the fuck was that? Okay, it went back in the footage. I might be talking for way too goddamn long. What the hell? Okay, Christian, fuck off! Wait a minute! Okay, Evan Bourne breaks up the pin at the last second. Evan is in a very... I hate this fucking game. Very treacherous state. And Evan, but he kicks out immediately. He is powered by pure rage. Kicking Vance while he's in that, just for good measure. It's a rope break. It's a roll up. Wait a minute, Evan rolled up Santino to Christian. Oh! And Santino win! Man, we were doing so well. And then SmackDown hit, and it's like the worst thing ever. That, of course, that made the relationship worse. That moved Evan below Christian. And up first. Oh my god, is that Chris Masters wrestling on SmackDown? I can't believe it. This is actually his first match. Every other appearance of his has been as a manager. My god, I cannot believe it. Chris Masters. This is more shocking than Randy Orton showing up in that. No, it's not. Shut up. And then we have his opponent is that fucking David Otunga. That's David. He's on SmackDown. If The Rock was here tonight, we'd have the showdown of the century. But David must go through Chris Masters, someone who he technically has been on the receiving end and the wrong side of. So it's anyone's game who wins this match. And Chris, no, David with an immediate power slam. He's one to do that a lot, and an immediate kick out. What the fuck? Massive attack. Oh, his thing is the fucking... Oh, he has the... That's the worst. That is the worst. So his normal thing is the elbow. And then you give him the axe handle. Really? I've never actually played as Chris Masters before, so I didn't know how absolutely fucking dog shit his strikes were. They're dog ass. Now just kneeing him in the back, why not? Yep, double axe handle. And why not? Let's add on... Okay, he saw it coming. Okay, the combo moves. Wait, Chris Masters with a nice little floater? Is that what we're calling those? Floaters? Elbows to the shoulders of Masters. I don't know why I'm just saying moves. I mean, it has been an hour, so over an hour of recording has been reached. You can now no longer say good things. You are now only allowed to say stupid, dumb, fucking bullshit that nobody cares about. Great. Wait a minute, Chris. No, Chris doesn't get it off. But wait, does he get it off this time? Yep, it's the T-Bone suplex. Okay, Chris. David, buddy, we talked about this. Taunt again, please. Wait a minute, Chris Masters going up to the top rope. Is that a massive weight? That's a double knee strike. What the hell? And that's a massive T-bone suplex. Okay, did a little bit more than was necessary, but it's fine. The master lock is locked in. This could make him tap. And yep, he's out. He didn't tap out, he passed out. That was a very quick pass out time. He was in there for like 5 seconds. But Chris Masters beats David Otunga and proves that yes, he does wrestle. You just don't know it because he doesn't show up. And Chris Masters going for a handshake, but David says no. There's always one cutscene. This happens at least once a week. I'm surprised it didn't show up until just now. And it never sets up for anything. Can you guess what that did? I'll give you a hint. It wasn't anything at the top 10. Anyways, Kelly? Okay, cool. We're just gonna ignore Natalia going up. And up first, it's the #1 contenders match for the Women's Championship, and it's Kelly, the square herself. I don't know a single person that dislikes Kelly. Okay, wait, we found one. It's Maurice. The bitch that betrayed Ted DiBiase last night on Superstars is the same bitch that attacked Kelly. I'm not shocked. This is the least shocking thing ever. What's more shocking is that Kelly hasn't started fighting back yet. Oh, wait, nope, there it is. Hold on. Wait. Oh, massive on the concrete. A poke to the eye stops Kelly from doing any more damage to her opponent. And that's about it, because it immediately started with, and wait, a Hurricane Rana directly on the concrete. Okay, that's not what I thought that time was going to be. Well, and Kelly, just another Hurricane Rana on the concrete. It begs the question of, is she ever going to stop? Maurice isn't even getting up immediately anymore. This seems a little bit unnecessary, but Kelly ran all the way into the stairs. Yes, it doesn't matter, though, because she's already back in fighting condition. Kelly may try to put Maurice through the goddamn stairs. Is she actually gonna hit it through the stairs? No, not quite. She missed. I do a different taunt. Nope, the side taunt's the same thing. Fuck. Anyways, Hurricane Rana by Kelly. Oh, yeah. Okay, wait, kick to the midsection, and the fucking famouser. Actually, it'd probably be more accurate to say whatever Road Dogg called it. But that's it. Kelly beats Maurice, and she's going to SummerSlam? Question mark? We don't know if that women's title defense was just a one-time thing or not just yet. But either way, Kelly beats Maurice. That's what matters, because that's the winning part. The other part is literally just she might fight for the women's title at SummerSlam. Not guaranteed. That did make their relationship worse, and that did make Maurice go down. That made Natalya go back up for some reason. And up next in our main event, it's a triple threat match for the #1 contendership of the World Heavyweight Championship. Big Show faces Ted DiBiase and Jack Swagger. Why is Jack Swagger getting an opportunity against Taker again? I want to know, because he shouldn't be, yet he is. It's curious. And then there's the opponent that matters, Ted DiBiase, who he beat on Superstars. So wait, what's the point of this match? I don't know. The SmackDown general manager probably doesn't watch Superstars. And then there's Jack Swagger. Man, if I had a nickel for every time Jack Swagger showed up this month, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. Is it weird that it happened twice? It's weird that it happened at all if you go based off precedent. Now, wait a minute. This match is a false camera match. Okay, there's something. He heard me out. He did something about it. Good on him. Big Show punch. Oh, wait, but he saw Ted attacking him somehow, and oh, God, an immediate choke slam to Ted DiBiase. Putting him in a goddamn, not quite a sleeper, but just flinging him around the ring. Wait, Swagger's attacking Big Show, and it's working. That attire is really fucking clean, though. And he's trying to win the match. But Ted breaks up the submission before they could end the match too quickly. And now they're just bullying Ted. Yep, they even do a double Russian leg sweep on him. Apparently Swagger sees who the real threat is? Question mark. And then they immediately turn on each other. And now Ted falls off the ropes. Swagger takes advantage. Ted suffered enough punishment. He sees the Jack is still getting up, and he says, I'm gonna go after him instead. Giving Ted the opportunity, I think Ted understands that this is a bad idea, and yet he does it anyway. Ted has done this exact thing in the past. Wait, no, it doesn't matter. Double suplex. That is... How did that end in an arm wrench? Wait, Big Show getting double suplexed again, even though he was technically reversing something already, so it should have actually been him double suplexing. And wait, double choke slam! Wait a minute, Big Show, okay. Why did he choke slam off? Oh wait, this might be better! Fall away slam off the top rope! He doesn't get an opportunity, a lot of the... Okay, oh god, another choke slam by the Big Show. Wait. Why did you go in the middle? Spear into Ted DiBiase, and that's Primo. Wait, knockout punch to Swagger. Knockout punch to Swagger. And now Ted's taunting, and now Ted's saying get the fuck out of the ring. He's not turning around. He's not turning to Primo. He turned to Primo. R-Truth? What do you mean R-Truth? Wait, the match is over. What? Okay, the R-Truth and Ted rivalry continues. Big Show has defeated Jack Swagger and Ted DiBiase with Primo, with Truth, to go and fight Taker at SummerSlam. That was a very complicated way of making that happen. I thought it was just gonna be Big Show and Ted, and it was gonna be fine, but that was the most complicated match ever. That moved Jack Swagger down to thing. Wow. What is this Raw? Okay. Pool had to happen. What? And Edge versus Triple H again. Let's start with this one, I guess. And tonight, to open up Raw, Lex Luger is facing Cody Rhodes. We haven't seen Lex Luger on Raw since he was in that handicap match against Edge with Cena and Druid, but he is one of the people to have a win over Edge. Maybe he should get a shot of the... No, it was a handicap match. Unless it's a fatal four-way match, which could end up being the same thing. I don't think we should give Lex Luger a shot at the WWE Championship anytime soon, especially when he's facing Cody Rhodes. Now, Cody Rhodes, the most dashing man out of anyone in the roster, has no reason to be in this match, I guess. I don't know. It beats being on Superstars, like the last time we saw him when he was facing MVP, I think. And then he lost because Mark Henry. I wonder how he feels about the acronym collective. You know, because, you know, version 1, World's Strongest Man, MVP. I'm just throwing names out there for them, all right? Makes sense to me. And wait, Cena's in the crowd. Is this because he attacked Luger? So apparently, I thought it bugged out so that it wouldn't have consequences. No, it has consequences. There are consequences to Cena attacking Luger. And that's that splash. Sometimes I forget that Cody is a little acrobatic. Knee to the gut. Knee to the gut again. Any more knees? No. No, wait, yes. Knee to the gut. Unless Cody goes for something huge right now, and it looks like he will, because that's a massive die. But at least he's back up. Drop kicks all around. And by all around, I mean literally just for Cody Rhodes. Yep. Running Bulldog by Cody. Wait. What the hell is a solid strategy in layman's terms? Wait, that's a massive DDT by Cody Rhodes. But he got out of the ring. But wait, Cody is gonna splash him for it. Cody is right next to the announce table. He could be going for something huge right now. That monitor landed directly on Luger's head. Wait, Luger sends him Cody into the ring, and we're not getting anything huge. The cake is a lie. Wait a minute. Cody Alabama Slam. That's the most basic looking Alabama Slam ever. But of course, we all know the real match winner. It's the Crossroads. Cody pins him. He picks up the win with it. 1 and 2. And yep, Lex Luger loses to Cody Rhodes. And Cody has beaten Lex Luger. If this were like the 90s, can't finish that joke. That also made Lex Luger and Cody Rhodes enemies because that was an upset victory. Wow. That also moved Cody from 8 to 3. That match made him go from, okay, to now he should be in the US title scene? Okay, cool. I'm fine with this. Anyways, up next is Stella. It's Blue and Blue again. That's right. Another Bella v. Bella match. Another goddamn useless excuse to just have these two fight out with the AI instead of me having to do anything. That's the greatest part of this entire exchange. If I had to say anything. Did they both go for crossbodies at approximately the same time? Also, I made them both blue, so if you don't have their type, you're fucked. Same shade and everything. You can't even go based off shades. They're the same shit. Oh, wait. Hold on. Bree's flip-flops are white. Nikki's flip-flops are black. That's how you tell them apart. Also, Bree has a white rose in her hair. Don't worry, I thought ahead, and by I thought ahead, I mean I'm pretty sure I just made the flip-flops of Nikki's black because black is like the color I use for everything, but I actually thought a little bit more about it with Brie. I guess. The fuck was that shit? So, welcome to SPR 2011 Coronation, baby! Let's go! Oh, wait, hold up. Something interesting. It's a massive tornado DDT. Cool. That's the end of the cool things. All right, back to me talking about stupid shit. We want to talk about... What do you guys want to talk about? I don't know. What's going on with this match? I need to pay attention to the match at least a little bit. Come on, it's still the Ultimate Universe match. This is what wrestling is all about. The Bella Twins. Nikki is walking to the rope. Yeah! Alright, can one of you end your finish now? Why do you go to jail with your nephew? Oh, wait, Bree reversed it. And now she's taunted. Great. Great, thank you, Bree. You're so cool. SmackDown 1 is better than this. If I had to say anything about the AI in these games, SmackDown 1 has better AI than this game. I get that this game is more complicated in many ways, but nope, the AI in SmackDown 1's better, man. Wait a minute, hold on. Is that the end of the match right there? Is Brie gonna beat Nikki? Yes, she is. Brie Bella has defeated Nikki Bella to become the #1 contender for the Divas title. Don't ask why I sound like this. And nobody cares. I just hope it's the women's title. Wow. Anyways, here's the #1 contenders match. The Wonder. Okay, it just makes him look like MF Doom, but I do want him to have his hair. And we welcome you back to Monday Night Raw, and it is time to decide who will face Sheamus in 6 days at SummerSlam. We already know that Shawn is facing Edge at SummerSlam, but we have not yet found out who is facing the United States champion, Sheamus. And the man that's coming out first to try and claim this is Drew McIntyre. He wants his rematch. He fought Sheamus before. He pinned him before. He doesn't know why he lost at Night of Champions. So tonight, out he comes to try and win his title back in a #1 contenders match against Kane, the man that he beat but had to run away from, and Luke Gallows. I don't know why Luke Gallows is in this match, but Kane doesn't show up a lot, but tonight, oh, he might win because Drew barely beat him the last time and he attacked him before the match. And then there's Luke Gallows. I still don't know why Luke Gallows is in this match. I don't think me saying anything is gonna help, but like that's just the case. Luke Gallows, look, the one reason why Luke Gallows is in this match is because, and I quote, he teams with CM Punk and beats up the Hart Foundation. That's all he does. And apparently wins over the same person count for the rankings a lot more than you think they would. Therefore, this guy, who is only in tag matches up until like recently, is getting a shot at Sheamus's US title. Shouldn't even have this opportunity. He should win this match. If he does, chop. Okay. And now Kane is just picking up Luke Gallows and a massive body slam. If it's tucked at all. What the fuck am I doing? What is this combo? Okay, Luke Gallows is getting out of it. And of course, Kane and Drew McIntyre only fought one other time before this, and it wasn't fair. Now this time, it's a little bit more fair at the cost of having Luke Gallows in the match. And now Kane and Drew are teaming up on Luke Gallows. Why? What's the point of this? How badly do you two want to beat Luke Gallows? Oh wait, Luke Gallows is fighting back? No, he's not. And now Kane being sent to the outside by Luke Gallows. Is this gonna matter? Nope. Wait, Luke Gallows is following him, trying to get his own match. Drew has the steps. Okay, put the steps down. Kane going for the sledgehammer. And wait, Ooh, going right after Drew with it. And Luke Gallows. And then Luke Gallows again. Okay, damn. And then Drew again for just standing around and doing nothing. Wait a minute. Oh my God, right onto the sledgehammer. Wait a minute, Kane. Wait. Choke slam! But Luke Gallows got straight back up from it. Wait, Kane. Oh, wait. Why did you do a full 180? Drew is still reeling from the effects of that. Oh, wait. Okay, and now he's down. And wait, another sidewalk slam by Kane to Drew McIntyre. Keeping Drew down. Going after Gallows instead. And wait. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That's a massive choke slam. And Luke Gallows is still up the hell. Send Luke Gallows to go up and straight out of the ring. But luckily, he stays in. And Drew... Okay. I was just calling for the choke slam at this point. He just wants this match to end. And wait, that's a massive, massive move. Wait, Drew gets straight back up and he fell right into Kane's trap. A choke slam. How is Sheamus gonna be able to stop this man? 1, 2... It's gonna be a hard-fought battle at SummerSlam, let me tell you. Kane defeats Drew and Luke Gallows in a crushing blow. The fire burns with Kane. And honestly, wait, Kane go for a handshake? On the... Whatever, man. You know, Kane's a demon, and if you offer, I guess you shouldn't shake the hand of a demon, but it still feels like shit. Kane is now above Batista. Luke Gallows is now above Drew. The last time that these two wrestlers met in a main event match, DX broke up, and tonight, Triple H will face Edge again to train, I guess, Edge for his match against Shawn Michaels. Because if there's anyone that knows Shawn Michaels, it's Triple H. It'll be interesting to see if Triple H will give Edge any pointers in tonight's match. They both hate Shawn now, to an extent, so one of Trips is going to try and help Edge keep the title so that Shawn doesn't get it. It's an interesting strategy. Not sure if it'll work out, but let's hope it does. And then there is the rated R superstar Edge. This man comes out in a cloud of smoke and a world of mirrors. And wait, there comes Edge. Where'd the smoke go? Edge is going to run down and beat down. Well, so much for showing you how to beat Shawn. You ruined it for yourself. Trips isn't going to let him beat him down that easily. Come on now. Edge is rolling out of harm's way. Trips goes for a taunt. Edge punishes him for it properly. The ref got in the way. Even the ref is trying to stop this match from taking place the way that Edge wants it. And wait, Edge grabbed the arm, and now that's an execution. Why not? Edge might as well. 1, 2, 3, spear. And Edge has defeated Triple H, taking his ultimate opportunity to defeat the game and give himself an easy warm-up before SummerSlam in 6 short days. Edge defeating Trips wasn't too much of a shock. Question I'm seeing is how this affect Edge versus Shawn at SummerSlam? And wait, Edge is attacking Triple H more. Come on! He must really hate DX. What did they do to him? Fight him for the title one too many times? Fun. They didn't move Trips down? Okay. This is a US title decider. Cool. We welcome you live to Superstars, and Jake the Snake Roberts is fighting David Otunga again. Now, I'm about to... Oh, wait, there's David with an attack on Jake the Snake. Hold up. You know what? David doesn't really care now, does he? Go on, hit the verdict. No, wait, Jake's ready for it. You fought too many times now. Jake knows your path, your routes, what you're gonna do. Wait, don't turn around, Jake. No, don't turn. Druid drops down again. And that's a massive power slam, and Jake thinks that this match is done. Is it? Is it done? Oh, it is. Okay. David beat Jake. I feel like that's more embarrassing than just taking the verdict. Jake, the fuck? David dispatched Jake the Snake just as easily, despite the fact that he didn't get the verdict off. But apparently, David doesn't need it. Is this a message to Vance Archer? Is he trying to tell him that he can have it? Certainly hope not. That didn't affect anything. And Michelle McCool, for the 87th time this year, is fighting the Bella Twin. I don't know why she keeps taking these matches. Assuming she's defending her title at SummerSlam due to precedent, she has 3 days to prepare after this. So if they beat her down hard smart enough, she could lose the title, but I honestly don't think she fucking will. Come on, man. It's fucking Brie and Nikki Bella. They're not even wearing wrestling attire. They're wearing street clothes to their matches. There's a reason they're losing. And after that commercial break, these two are ready to throw down. And Nikki trying to go after Michelle while she's attacking Brie. Never mind, she was going after Brie. Okay, the Bella twins just hating on each other. I think Michelle's gonna... Oh, Brie's cockiness... What the fuck? Brie's cockiness is gonna cost her this match, unlike the last match on Raw, where she was essentially rewarded for being stupid. This is the first time I've seen this glitch. There's nothing on the screen. I assume it paused on a black frame. It didn't even pause on a black frame. What the fuck? What happened? Michelle McCool's going out to the top rope, and wait, just the drop kick. I swore that she was gonna end up going for Brie Bella or Nikki Bella. Nope, it was Brie. The best part about a triple threat match may just be the fact that both of these women just stay up at the same time. We get more variety out of each one of them because of it, and that's just a bridge. Brie sends Nikki to the middle of the ring. That's the best part about that move, by the way. Go after Nikki. Okay, now go after Nikki. The body slam. Nikki is now no longer getting up. And now a midsection kick. And what's that? The edge. Now Michelle's going after Nikki, seemingly priming her up for something, considering that she was down first. But Alutha has pressed the Brie to remind her that she's not the only one in this match that can lose. Wait a minute. Michelle McCool gets Nikki up, and yep, she's up, and that's a spear! I don't know why it's on why the slowdown is on the mat hit and not the tackle, but you know what? That's a fucking move. And now let's just hope that Nikki doesn't get up right now, and she's not, therefore this match is over. Michelle McCool has defeated both of the Bella twins 3 days before SummerSlam, but Michelle wins. Now we're moving on to our main event with a mysterious first appearance. That made Michelle McCool's relationship with both of the Bellas even worse, and nothing else. And now, for the first time in literally forever, Goldust has appeared. If this is even Goldust, I mean, he's wearing red outside of his face paint, which is still gold, so I guess he still somewhat lives up to his name. That pyro is delayed as shit. Oh my god. Why is it so delayed? Whatever. The point is that Goldust is winning. And barking at the fucking camera, because this guy's not normal in any sense of the word. He's just Goldust. Now Goldust with a... What the fuck was he going for there? And he's going for it again. Wait, now that he's got it... Oh my god! A punch straight to the dick and... Oh, he's another one of those guys. And again, why does that work? Why is that something that Goldust can do and get away with? I don't get it. Goldust shouldn't be able to just do that for free to anybody. Vance Archer, gets out of that power slam opportunity by Goldust. Wait a minute. Goldust going up to the top rope, and that's gotta be a massive punch to the face. And he got sent into the ropes wrong, but it's fine because he gets hit with a massive flatliner. Wait, Vance Archer's trying to leave, but Goldust gets him into a suplex, but Vance reverses the suplex, and Vance is now going for a thing. Vance is trying to drag this match out even longer. It's Goldust's first match that I can remember him having in a long time, and that's a spike DDT. Is that it? No, that's a rope break. Then wait, is he going for... Wait, nope, that's different. He's going for the Zack Ryder attack. Going for the suplex move again, but this time Vance Archer picks him up. Wait a minute, Goldust with an inside with a small package. And that's one, that's two, that's it. Goldust beats Vance Archer. Goldust has beaten Vance Archer, and he has shattered his dreams of winning tonight. But did he do anything else? That's my question. And it's a genuine question, too, because, like, no, seriously, what the fuck? And then, didn't even move Vance down in anything. So, we'll move on, and ooh! Okay, that wasn't what I was expecting, but I guess I'll take it. We welcome you to Friday Night SmackDown, and we're gonna decide who's gonna face Primo at SummerSlam, and Zack Ryder is getting another opportunity to go and fight for the IC title. At Night of Champions, he lost what was an incredible match, and he looks to try and get his third and final match opportunity for the IC title again. Well, fine. He's up against some tough competition. You'll see what I mean in a second. Yep, because it's his tag team partner, Ted DiBiase, one half of the Unified Tag Team Champions. If I go based off the rankings, he is facing the World's Strongest Man and Mark Henry. He's not facing Mark Henry twice. He's facing the World's Strongest Man and MVP at SummerSlam. But it could just still be the Hart Foundation, in which case I'm sad. But that's not what he cares about. Is tonight he wants to see if he can face Primo and just not have a match, because they're in the same tag team, so clearly they wouldn't fight, right? That's totally not what Ted's goal is at all. And then you have Kofi Kingston? What the fuck? He's in a tag team with Evan. Still sponsored by the Germans? What is going on? You know what? Maybe he'll win. Maybe, just maybe, he'll win. He has defeated Ted DiBiase before. Remember that steel cage match? Bet you don't. But he won that one against Jericho and Taker, so he can win anything. And Primo is, of course, gonna watch from ringside. He wants to study the competition and his tag team partner. Kofi Kingston immediately going out to see Primo. Taking off the announce table. And wait, Kofi now attacking Ted. He got things straight, and now he's gonna attack. Now Zach and Kofi teaming up on Ted DiBiase, making sure that they don't get anything twisted in this journey. Ted turned into a suplex of his own. And wait, now Kofi! Oh, barely missed. Ted just barely moved out of the way of that one. And now setting him into Kofi for a massive move. Well, that wasn't as massive. Kofi isn't even going after Zach. Zach with a twisty-turny suplex. They're trying to make sure that Ted doesn't get an opportunity to fight for the IC title. I see what's going on here. That's a massive elbow drop to Ted DiBiase. And wait a minute. But Kofi isn't going to let Zach win. Are we crazy? But he also isn't going to let Ted win either. But now that these two aren't really teaming up anymore on Ted, seeing that he's been dispatched. Oh, wait, trying to get Ted out of the ring. Momentary truce called to team up on Ted DiBiase. Okay, at least they still know their goals. Oh. And now Zach's going after him. And now while Ted's down, he's just going to attack, continuously attack. Zach sending him out of the ring. What the? No ring out? Now Zack Ryder is trying to take advantage of this match's pace and style to allow himself to wait. Kofi, he's going for it. That's the boom drop. And now, wait a minute. Kofi Kingston in Ted with the Trouble in Paradise. And Zack. And now, okay, Kofi can still recover this if Ted doesn't kick out. Even with that head smash, Kofi still beats Ted with help from Zack Ryder to become the #1 contender for Primo's IC title. Now let's just hope that Primo doesn't attack Kofi or anything. Okay, he won't. He just actually came out to watch. Good for him. And of course, that moved Kofi above Jericho. That moved Kofi above Zack and Ted below Christian again. And now we have Evan Bourne versus Vance. And up next, a Falls Count Anywhere match between Vance Archer and Evan Bourne. And I'm starting to question this episode of Friday Night SmackDown just a little bit. You know, nothing too major. Well, there it is. I was not waiting for it to happen. And up next, it is Evan Bourne. This man finally commits to a match. What am I trying to say? Okay. It might be Airborne's night tonight if... Oh! And remember, the match is starting because this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, so Vance could just end the match right here, right now, but he's letting Evan get up. Why? Wait, could have just ended the match right there, but instead he gets face planted onto the concrete. That's not good.
Yeah, no shit.
But this is Evan outside of his element in this Falls Count Anywhere match. Without the ropes, does he even stand up? Okay, well, whatever he's trying to do, it isn't working out how he wants it to. But reminder, just because he doesn't have the ring doesn't mean he has no advantages at all. He gets a massive corkscrew moonsault onto the outside, and that's even more effective outside of the ring. And he can still hit you with a flurry of offense. That hasn't changed. It's just a lot harder now that he doesn't have the ropes to add on the pound of force that he needs. And wait, Evan's going for a... Wait, whoa, okay, damn. Vance let up too light for too long, and now Evan is just in the mood to fight. He ain't gonna slow down or close out just because Evan kicked him in the face once. No, he's gonna fight for his right to be here tonight in the WWE. And if that means having to slam his face into the floor multiple times, Evan Bourne will do it. Because that's what Evan Bourne does. If he isn't constantly losing drop kicks. The hell? Wait just a damn minute. Kick to the shit. And now that's a massive standing moonsault. And why not? Let's go for the final. The shooting star press on the outside. That's gotta be it. 1, 2... That's it. Evan Bourne defeats Vance Archer when the Falls counted anywhere. Evan Bourne wins. Yeah, that's about all I can say. This match didn't really do anything. But hey, at least Airborne won both their matches tonight. Maybe we'll actually see them win a title. Please? Goddamn. Evan deserves it. That made Vance and Evan's relationship worse. That made Evan go above Christian and swap with Ted, so that's cool. I'm fine with this. Anyways, it's Goldust versus Vladimir Kozlov. From Superstars to SmackDown, it's Goldust. Last night, he beat Vance Archer, shockingly enough, and And tonight, he defeats Vladimir Kozlov. Or at least that's what he wants to do. Not sure if he's actually going to do it, but hey, it's Goldust we're talking about here, guys. Come on. Hey, Vlad's not had the best track record either. He lost to Bret Hart, and Bret hasn't been seen basically since. I think he had one other match, and then he disappeared off the face of the planet. Add that to the list of essentially cameo appearances for the Hart Foundation. But then there's this man who seems to be the stepping stone of SmackDown. It's Vladimir Kozlov, and yeah, communism's kind of bad, guys. That's it. I got nothing. Vladimir Kozlov with a getting power slam. Of all people to get power slammed, it was Vladimir Kozlov. Nobody else has gotten power slammed tonight except for this fucking doofus. And Goldust is kind of kicking his ass, and he's kind of doing it well. With Kozlov's kind of going back and shaking things up with it with a massive German suplex. And how did that hit? How did that register as a hit? Kozlov literally fell right into that one, but it doesn't matter because Goldust keeps falling right into Germans. Even if Kozlov's last kick misses, he just goes after for the next kick again. Nice headbutt. Such a true combo. Wait, headbutt. Oh, what the hell? And a belly to belly for good measure. Jesus. Now wait, Kozlov picking him up, slamming him down. That might be it for Goldust, and I think it is. One, the referee slapping his forehead to ensure that he gets up, but he doesn't. Goldust loses to Vladimir Kozlov. Is that his first win? Because he was teaming with Santino for a long time. Then he was facing Bret Hart. So is this his first win? Certainly open it. Kind of sad to have your only win be over Goldust, and he's telling him off for it. What the fuck? That moving Vlad into the top 10. Hey! And in a I wonder how that sounded on recording. It's The Undertaker and The Big Show 2 nights before their SummerSlam match in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And I wonder if this will be a prediction forecasting for this world title match. Taker is not going to shy away from trying to beat the shit out of Big Show. And I certainly hope that Taker doesn't just die. Either situation will insert an interesting dynamic going into SummerSlam. That's for damn sure. I guess we'll just have to see what happens, won't we? And then there's his opponent, the ever honorable Big Show. He's been on a hot streak as of late. Taking out Jericho, taking out Ted, taken out even Taker on some occasions. But tonight, we have to figure out if he's going to be able to take out Taker on his own. The only difference in the rule set from what we know from SummerSlam is that the game crashed. And wait a minute, Chris Jericho is gonna watch this. I mean, it is both people that have fucked him over, so you know what? I understand. I want to see these two beat the shit out of each other too, and I'm the guy that pays the people to book this shit, so you know what? It's working. Taker, oh, Big Show is getting it on. Okay, not like that. But Taker is fighting the Big Show. Wow. And they're gonna fight well. Taker is known to take out his opponents with an absolute fury of punches and stuff along those lines, but Big Show absolutely crushes you into dust. It's just that right now, Big Show hasn't found a sound way to keep up with Taker's offense. And there isn't really a lot you can do. Look at the speed of this man. He's just getting absolute amounts of fury onto you. And it doesn't get any slower when it's on the ground either, unless he decides that that should be the case. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a choke slam, choke slam. No, not quite choking him out just yet, but he picked it. And there it goes, a choke slam. Taker picking him up for a tombstone, but Big Show gets out of it. Taker going for a last ride maybe, but no, Big Show is getting out of it. He's got the counters. Taker is getting stepped on right now. Taker files him over. Yeah, that's right. He put him through a filing cabinet. That's what I mean by files him over. You can't see the filing cabinet because it's invisible, but like, that's what... By the way, this Falls Count Anywhere match hasn't gone to the outside once. Is it even gonna go to the outside at all? I mean, if so, that's kind of funny, honestly. I love it when the stipulation just doesn't affect the outcome of the match at all. And wait, Taker going the old school, getting his arm up and then hitting him over the shoulder. I don't know how this is effective at all. No, I'm being dead ass. How is that effective? Wait, Taker's picking him back up for the tombstone, but it seems like he can't get the tombstone off. But now Big Show's going to the outside. Wait, Big Show's grabbing a sledgehammer, but the sledgehammer falls into the hands of Taker, and now he's gonna use it for his own purposes, hitting him over the head. That's why you don't go and grab a weapon against Taker. And wait just a damn minute, that's a choke slam on the sledgehammer. You could go for a tombstone pile driver on it if you wanted to, but instead he goes a tombstone pile driver closer to the ropes than he wanted, but it's fine. 1, 2... That's the end of the match. Taker defeats Big Show just 2 days before SummerSlam. This puts Big Show in a difficult spot. This means that Taker knows he can be beaten. But will this cause Taker to be overconfident? Or will this light a fire in the Big Show? Find out at SummerSlam, I guess. Shit. That did not affect the stat changes in any way either. We are live at SummerSlam in Los Angeles, California, and the most red man ever, Kane, is finally here. Kane won a #1 contenders triple threat match by dominating Drew McIntyre and fucking Luke Gallows to get to this point, and tonight he's gonna prove that he deserves to freeze the game. And coming out next is Sheamus, the United States champion, finally defends his title again after winning it a Night of Champions from Drew. And Kane also beat Drew with a similar level of authority, which begs the question, out of these two heavily dominant forces, which one will be more dominant? The Celtic Warrior or the Big Red Machine? And remember, this is for the United States Championship because it's a pay-per-view. Why wouldn't it be? Sheamus and Kane, two of the biggest, there were no fans, biggest slashers in the US title scene, are finally gonna throw down perfectly. Only time will tell how well that works out for the both of them. And Sheamus, whoa! Kane immediately throwing Sheamus down. Sheamus is gonna have to come in here with a bit of a plan, or else he is gonna get fucked over by Kane and his authority. Throat. Anyway, doing the thing. Sheamus turning it into a reverse DDT. Sheamus clearly has a plan for Kane. It's not all sunshine and rainbows for the Big Red Machine tonight. Sheamus will be putting up a fight, but so will Kane. A reminder that it will never be that easy for Sheamus. Sheamus already setting up his plan, taking apart the announce table. Kane is trying to make it all about him, but he let himself get hit with a massive German suplex. You gotta be better than that. You gotta be more like yourself from Monday. You gotta be a dominant force. You can't let yourself get fucked over by Sheamus. He's just a normal guy. You're a literal demon. How can this happen so consistently? Sheamus is just kind of trying to make sure Kane never gets a chance to attack. Oh, but that's impossible sometime. Eventually, Kane will find a way to attack Sheamus, and by that point, it may just be all over. Unless Sheamus can keep doing that, in which case, maybe it's not. Wait a minute. The Irish chokeslam, what? But Kane reverses. He knows the move all too well for Sheamus to just use it on him like that. He goes for it again, but Kane is resilient to his own move. Grabbing the leg, going for it a third time. Every time Sheamus has done it, Kane has found a new and unique way to counter. Wait a minute, Irish Curse backbreaker on the outside? What could this be setting up for? Wait a minute, Sheamus, he's perfectly aligned. Oh my! Straight through the announce table. But Kane getting straight back up. It's gonna take a nightmare to conquer Kane. He got straight back up from the announce table shot. This is not gonna go well for Sheamus. Not at all. Sheamus again going for the Celtic, the choke slam, doing it again, and that's an Irish Curse backbreaker. If at first you don't succeed, hit a bro kick, and that's it. Is that Kane dispatched? I said that's it, but that was more of like a sarcastic thing. Sheamus has defeated Kane, fair and square. Sheamus walks out of SummerSlam, still the United States champion. Gonna say, will he walk out at the end of the year the same? I'm not actually sure about that. That moved nobody. Good to know. Anyways, up next, it's Primo versus Kofi. And when we needed him most, Kofi Kingston stepped up to the plate. He beat Primo. Well, he didn't beat Primo. This isn't 2020. He beat Ted DiBiase, Primo's tag team partner, and, of all people, Zack Ryder. The point is that Kofi Kingston did it. That's what matters. But his opponent tonight, the Intercontinental Champion Primo, playing as dirty as he always does. We know Primo by this point. Does Kofi know, though? Primo coming in with an attack from behind, and Kofi does not expect it. Primo holding on to the Intercontinental Championship through cheap and dirty tactics. Primo, it's a backstabber onto Kofi Kingston. Is that it? That's the whole match. Okay, Primo has defeated Kofi in T-minus 10 seconds to continue being the Intercontinental Champion. Well, I can't say I'm shocked. No, really, I can't say that I'm shocked. Primo is still the Intercontinental Champion. Who could have seen this coming? That obviously made Primo and Kofi enemies. That moved Primo above Kofi and Swagger. Kofi's still the #1 contender at least. But up next is our women's match. Beth Phoenix versus Kelly Kelly. Beth Phoenix has arrived to SummerSlam, and I actually get to watch the women's title match this time. Hell yeah! For those of you unacquainted, at Night of Champions, I was called into a last-second meeting. Thankfully, this time, I don't have any meeting. I settled it before the show. But Beth Phoenix is gonna fight Kelly Kelly, who won the #1 contendership fighting Maurice. Natalia argues that she should have gotten it since she was labeled as the #2 contender the week before via a match on Superstars. You know that mixed tag match on Superstars the day before? Yeah, that updated her to be #2, and she didn't get a shot anyway. But the plans were finalized before Superstars even happened. So the match did not get changed or turned to a triple threat. So Kelly Kelly gets the shot, and you can actually make the argument that Kelly Kelly thus shouldn't be here, because Natalia would have won if it was a triple threat, right? But that is semantics until it actually happens. Kelly Kelly versus Beth Phoenix is what is happening tonight. That's final. And of course, this is for the women's championship. Thank God it's not the Divas title. Beth Phoenix is a... Okay, fuck you. And these two women are finally in the ring, and they are gonna fight. Well, they were in the ring the whole time. Technical difficulties at full Nelson slam by Beth Phoenix. Get this one started and rolling for Beth. Remember the Maurice Beth Phoenix little thing that happened at the end of the Night of Champions? Yeah, why isn't Maurice fighting Beth Phoenix tonight? I kind of just put that together. I guess now the little claim is that Maurice and Ted are gonna have pseudo mixed tag fights now because, you know, Maurice fucked Ted over. But that's about all I could think of. I don't know why we just abandoned that. World's Strongest Slam by Beth Phoenix. Unfortunately, she is not a strong woman. I guess it's technically not the World's Strongest Slam. But Beth Phoenix with the classic arm grab into a suplex combo. It is a classic combo that very few are willing to get out of. Hop over. Double hop over. DDT! And Beth Phoenix turns that DDT into the perfect setup for the... I don't remember what that's called. I'm gonna be so for real. Beth Phoenix wins. Beth Phoenix has defeated Kelly Kelly. We are halfway through SummerSlam, and there have been no title changes. None. I'm gonna wait. Wait, Maurice is out here. She's saying she's coming for the women's title. It's only a matter of time before she gets her grubby little hand in a #1 contenders match and wins. That didn't do anything about any fucking thing. Awesome. Next up, a tag ladder match. Oh, hell yeah. Primo is back out here tonight defending the unified tag team titles against everybody's favorite tag team. And Primo is coming back out here for his unified tag title match against... Wait, hold on. It's not the Straightest Society this time? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the fucking Mark Henry and MVP, the acronym collective, whatever they call themselves now. And then there's his tag team partner, Ted DiBiase. You know what I was talking about, all that jealousy? That might actually be true. This guy might actually be jealous of Primo for having the IC title that he does, despite the fact that they're both tag champs. Are we gonna see the Puerto Rican Pride Bulls have a match at Hell in a Cell? Or I guess any later pay-per-view? What can't be a break? SummerSlam? It's not SummerSlam, Survivor Series. We're at SummerSlam. And then there's their opponents. One of them is Mark Henry. Does he have a red underlying on his attire? Regardless of that fact, Mark Henry is finally getting a shot at the tag titles. All it took was a guy named Matt Hardy to join him. And damn it, I'm fucking glad that he did, because let's be honest for a second here. It was a little boring seeing the Puerto Rican Pride Bulls fight the Straight Edge Society for 3 goddamn months in a row. Glad we finally have some variety in this tag scene. And then you have his tag team partner, Montel Vontavious Porter, my favorite member. I was just gonna try and make that into an MVP pun, but I actually don't have anything good for it. They took a little break because MVP wanted to take Cena under his wing, and then Cena fucked him over. But now he's moved past that. Mark Henry's helping him out again, and tonight, well, they're gonna fight for the tag titles. What a way that these two have come from not even tagging at all to now being potentially tag champions. And of course, the unified tag team titles are on the line. Mark Henry, MVP, they look very unified tonight. They're both wearing pure white. They both have their acronyms on their fucking back. What did Ted and Primo have? Pride? I guess that's it. And Mark Henry instantly shoving Ted DiBiase down. MVP coming in with the assist. Why did he touch his toe? The fuck is the point of that? Even if Mark Henry is the strongest man ever in the world, MVP could still ruin everything. So you could say the same about Primo for Ted. You could say the same thing around. Honestly, if you really wanted to make the case, I would be fine with you saying Mark Henry was the weaker of the two. As long as you have a good case for it. Because if you're just saying it to be a contrarian, nobody likes it. Primo. Wait, Primo. Nope. He gets taken down by Mark Henry. What is MVP doing? MVP has calmed down. He's a little excited tonight. And now Mark Henry focusing on the legs. If they can't run to the ladder, they just won't. Knee by MVP, and Mark grabbed the arm, but it didn't work. He's been learning from the best of them. Wait a minute. He's got Ted DiBiase in the bear hug. The bear hug's locked in tight, but this is not a submission match, so it just doesn't matter. And MVP's climbing up. He's climbing. He's got the case, but that Primo knocks him down, but then gets hit with the world's strongest slam. Wait just a damn minute. What the fuck? Wait, Mark Henry's knocking everybody over. Watching him with intent. He knocks one down, he shoves the other, and Mark Henry and MVP are the unified tag team champions. Something happened at SummerSlam. Mark Henry and MVP have successfully won the tag titles. This means that friendship truly blossoms when you leave it alone for a little bit and get betrayed first. Maybe this isn't a good moral to learn. MVP and Mark Henry are the GOATs of the tag division officially. That moved MVP to number 2 and Mark to number 6. And you know what? Luke Gallows is still number 3. The Puerto Rican Rifles are still around, though. They do still exist, so it's not the worst thing in the world. They may not be friends, but they're trying. What a show it has been so far tonight. But up next, the Rated R Superstar is gonna defend his title in an Inferno match against the man, the myth, the legend, Shawn Michaels. Edge is the mastermind behind it all. He was there when DX broke up in the first place, but that exact thing might be his downfall tonight as he goes one-on-one against the monster that he arguably was there to see created, Shawn Michaels. It's interesting to say the least. And Shawn Michaels is... Why is it always the boot? Shawn Michaels is fighting for the WWE Championship. It's been a long road from overshadowed by Triple H to kicking him out to breaking up DX and kicking him in the balls in mid-June to finally facing Edge at SummerSlam. And then we got crashed again! Edge and Shawn Michaels are set to fight in an ablazed arena. Well, I guess in a blazed ring, but that's besides the point, and every hit you hit in this match just makes the flames hotter. Everything you do makes the flames hotter, apparently. Blocks included. Shawn Michaels and Edge have had an interesting history. Very, very interesting. There have been very few superstars that have had as interesting of a recent history as Shawn Michaels and Edge, only being surpassed by people like Taker and the entire SmackDown 6, and David Otunga and The Rock. Wait a minute, Shawn's gotta go up, but he's gotta be careful. He doesn't want to be put in the flame. What the fuck? That did not work how he expected. I mean, he didn't get all of it, but he definitely got some of it. I'm gonna bust open the face of Edge right now. The flames are not helping his case here, and that is a massive flying elbow drop. Shawn's standing right next to the goddamn flames. What's wrong with him? Every time he steps down, it's a new level of flames out of the sweet chin music. Wait a minute, Edge getting thrown into the what the fuck? Apparently, Shawn wants to keep going. Definitely right into the flames. You don't want to do that. I mean, they're 500 degrees right now. We got a temperature meter, and they only went down by 75? The body slam of an era once begotten. Wait a minute. Shawn going up top again with that massive elbow drop, and there's the flames. The flames, they're pure. They're hearted. And Edge is making sure to take advantage of that fact right now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Shawn. Shawn, wait! Smack! Shawn just wants to end this here and now. but he can't. The rules dictate the fire's not hot enough, which I completely forgot was a rule of this goddamn match, by the way. I play this match type so little that I forget the rules every time. And that's a bleeding Edge, and he tells him to suck it, and then immediately goes back to work. Oh, but Edge, there's a hard-fought battle on both sides. Edge throwing him into the corner. Nice and ample, nice and slow, putting him in the trio will position, trying to make his hair burn off. But Shawn isn't going to stay there for too long willingly. Okay. Well. And wait a minute. He can't get into the corner to do his thing because of how hot the fire is. He's gonna wait. Gonna wait for the flames to dissipate. And he just decides that he's gonna go for it anyways. Fuck it, why not? Shawn, for the second time this match, is going to hit the sweet chin music. And wait a minute, Shawn throwing Edge out. Yep, he's gone. Shawn Michaels has set Edge on fire. And Shawn Michaels stands in the ring with his WWE Championship belt. Edge still on fire from being thrown out of the ring. Edge has lost his world title and been set ablaze in one night. You gotta imagine if that's embarrassing or really disheartening for Edge. But maybe that's what he would have wanted. That's what he would have wanted, as if he's not alive to say what he would want. That moved Edge down, and that's all it did. And as we enter the main event, just 2 days ago on SmackDown, these two had a match. A normal match. Mind you, this is an Inferno match. And you know who won? The Undertaker. So I wonder if tonight will be the same. Like I mentioned on SmackDown, it'll be completely different. These two have been going decently back and forth for a while now. Big Show has been learning the dead man slowly but surely over countless encounters. The question at this point really is the Undertaker going to falter? Or will Big Show spear him into a new life? That is the question that needs to be answered tonight. And then, of course, you have his opponent, the only man that matters. It's the Big Show. Set in the blaze. Taker is more familiar with fire than Big Show is, considering that his brother is Kane. But Big Show has also teamed with Kane in the past. So both of these men clearly have some form of experience with fire. I would argue this is the one time where this is actually an even match to throw them both in. They have both been friends with and feuded with Kane too, so it makes it even better. This is even Steven Lemon squeezing. Mind you, this is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Undertaker, Big Show. These two have fought before and they will fight again. But tonight, it's for the most illustrious prize on SmackDown. God damn it! Big Show and The Undertaker set to cast themselves in a blaze of glory. Winner gets the title, loser is set on fire. Taker already wiping the sweat off of his arms before the match is even started. Taker is clearly feeling the heat from the match type. Okay, shut the fuck up. Wait, Taker hitting Big Show with that offense he's grown to become uncomfortably familiar with. But Big Show isn't about to go down easy as cake, easy as pie. He's gonna make sure that if he goes down at all, he at least takes the dead man with him in some form or shape. Win or lose tonight, Big Show will leave it all, maybe not all of it, in the ring. Taker hitting him with the 1-2, but not going all the way for some reason. It seems Taker's trying to test Big Show's mix-up skills. Can he detect a mix-up and follow through with it? That's the question I have about it too, because why would he be doing it otherwise? Running him down, and there's an argument to be made that Big Show has this in the bag. You could also argue that Taker is going to powerbomb him out of the ring and win the match that way. I mean, the objective of the match is to get your opponent out of the ring. You don't have to set them on fire. A lot of the time, they just do end up getting set on fire. I am interested to see what Big Show and Taker... Wait a minute. Wait just a damn minute. The flames are at maximum capacity. Big Show trying to pull him into the flames. Come on. This could be the end of the match if Big Show could just go any faster. There he is. Wait, no. No, it's not. The match is not over. Taker throws him over. Yucks him completely to the back and just yeeting him across the goddamn ring. Big Show is gonna ensure that he wins this match, but Taker is up. Okay, never mind. Big Show with a spear on the Taker. No, and one knockout punch, and that's wait. One knockout. Come on. Taker's dodging. DDT in the middle. Taker's taking time to refresh his wounds. But that leaves Big Show over with enough time to hit him with a knockout punch. Big Show dragging him over to the ropes again. This could be the end of tonight's match. Wait, is it? It is! Big Show is your new World Heavyweight Champion. The World titles and the tag titles have crumbled tonight under the weight of Shawn Michaels and Big Show. A new era has been set for both brands as we enter the next months of this long, long road. We got new tag champs and 2 sets of new world champs. Taker's down, Big Show's up, and that's it, because Big Show didn't go off from that. That's it. See you next time.